Welcome back, everybody. Today we're doing something a bit different for probably be our Halloween episode, most likely.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a Wrath and Glory one-shot for specifically the Traitors Hymn starter set adventure. This is going to be our first time diving into it. This is even my first time running a Wrath and Glory, so if there's anything wrong that you notice, just let us know in the comments.
There's a slight chance we don't know what we're doing.
There's stupidity.
I'm fairly well versed in the Warhammer lore, so if we make any mistakes, just let us know. Be
Yeah,
nice, though,
comment.
come on.
Tell us what we did wrong down in the comments.
Yeah. And
Cue a 40-page essay from someone about why we messed up a specific character's lore and how they should have interacted.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We welcome
There
you
is
to
going to
do it.
be a
We dare you.
bit of a content warning, as this the typical 40k stuff. It's
40K.
There's a lot of gore, a lot of descriptions that can make some people squeamish, and
Halloween
yeah,
episode.
typical Warhammer stuff. So it's
Plenty of
That's how it
violence,
is.
plenty of xenophobia.
yeah,
Don't have an intro.
yeah, no intro.
We're just gonna get right into it.
Just kind of off the cuff.
I didn't want to animate that.
What, you didn't want to just throw a Warhammer coat of paint on the intro?
I could.
This episode is sponsored by us.
Yeah.
And
No sponsor. No sponsor today.
Self-sponsored.
Self-sponsored.
So,
I paid $60 for this to happen. That was a joke.
Whoa. Yeah, he just paid me.
without further ado, we're
Sponsored.
just gonna go ahead and start.
Alright, yeah.
So, the party of agents, as you're called, rogue trader agents, finds themselves on the ship, the Herald Veronius. You guys are on your way to meeting up with the main fleet of Jekyll Veronius, the rogue trader of the Gilead system, that finds himself in the precarious situation of being the final hope of this system, with the big opening of the Great Rift causing terror and many unfortunate happenstances in this system. But that's for a future story. For now,
One thing at a time.
we're going to go over to Sominus, Noah's character.
This is gonna be a nightmare.
So-
with the
Yeah,
names.
I don't know
Oh my
anyone's
gosh.
names.
Yeah.
I'm already there.
They all sound the same.
Somnus.
Sominus.
Oh, I gotta do a character voice.
Alright, actually, sorry.
I'm already
Skip ahead
there.
a little bit. As you guys find yourselves in the great banquet hall of the Herald Veronius, as honored tradition by Captain Galba, you guys join with your armor and weapons and everything that you would need to a great feast of the honored guests.
Ooh, food.
Is that us? Are we the honored guests?
There's many more than just you,
Okay, cool.
but you are
It's not just about
Some-
you.
How dare you assume such a thing?
some of the most honored guests as agents being ferried to Jekyll Veronius. Located in the prow of the Herald Veronius, the great banquet hall was once a fine affair. Ancient marble floors are now worn smooth by centuries of footsteps, and sections of a once stunning mural spanning the vaulted ceiling have clearly been retouched by far less capable hands. The most recent element of the decor is a series of tapestries depicting star maps and constellations visited by the rogue trader. Their coarse auto-loomed weave at odds with the ancient, if faded, finery. Strange smells permeate the room, spices and seasonings unknown to most Imperial citizens applied liberally to meals of various synthetic foods. To one side, the Herald's figurehead, that of a swooping eagle in flight, covers one wall. The screens set into it show the view through the eagle's eyes of the stars beyond. So, Captain Galva, as he stands and addresses his honored guests, valued agents of the Veronius dynasty,
They just.
that is indeed you. He goes over and turns to you, Somnus. Somewhat quizzically, a psyker, even the sanctioned one, is a dangerous thing. Why does my lord Veronius think he can rely on you, Somnus? As you consider his questions, you cannot help but think back to the recent events. As a potentially dangerous psyker, your missions are often suicidal in nature, not expected to come back. But there was one mission recently that comes to mind. You were ordered suddenly by Aretino Caldo, the elegant archivist of the Herald Veronius, to accompany her to an auction. Sorry.
Yeah.
Audition?
Yeah, an audacious auction.
English, guys, English.
Uh,
We love it.
Nice.
As you think back to this mission, you remember Aretino asking you to inspect some books that she was wanting to buy. You go ahead and roll a scholar check.
Okay. Scholar check. Let's see.
It does use intelligence, so it'll be your scholar plus your intelligence dice.
Okay. What do I need to get higher than?
3.
3s. So it's 3s or higher?
No,
4 higher
you
than
need
3 of them.
3 icons to pass,
Okay.
but 4s or higher are icons.
Okay. I have 2 4s, a 5, 2 6s. One of the 6s is my Wrath die.
Oh!
So that is a critical success right off the bat.
Look at
Yeah, this starting off really
If there's
well.
one thing I know, it's fetching books.
So, how many non-exalted, non-6s do you have?
3.
3? So that would pass, so then you could shift the other 2 to gain a glory point for the party.
Right, we'll do so.
Okay. Just keep that somewhere where all of you can see. Looking at these books,
Can't see it behind the thing.
you notice immediately.
Sorry.
You notice
Watch it, make sure it doesn't run.
immediately that these books are banned books. They are not allowed in the Imperium. You notice specifically that they seem to be based on warp travel and rituals. One specifically is called Invocations of the Emperor Indignant, which you know as you've read it, even though it's banned. The practice of several religious practices that deviate from the rigorously enforced teachings of the church. After you review the book, Aretino departs to prepare. Just make a science test, so it's your psychic mastery.
Okay.
I'm just over in this corner, just like polishing my gun. I'm just getting ready.
I'm just sitting there, I'm just like,
Terrifying.
this is fake YouTube.
Yeah. Come on.
Right.
Explain.
I have 12 dice to roll into this one.
What the religion
It makes you
worships.
feel so powerful.
In what world?
Just rolling so many dice.
I'm already liking this a lot.
Okay, I have 6.
So
6. Okay.
With one actual 6, so that makes 7 icons.
You notice. Wait. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I've got a 6,
And when we say
3, 5.
You
sorry,
needed
4, 5,
3,
6.
so you can
Yeah.
shift again if you want to.
I will shift again.
Can you briefly explain the whole shifting thing?
If you get more icons than you need, then any 6s that you don't need to pass the test, you can shift to get more damage, to get more information, or to
Your
gain
bonuses from it. Yeah.
And you can convert that into like damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue.
That is a party resource.
It's a party resource.
Yes.
Got it.
So far, we have 2 of the party resource.
But
These-
you only have 6 total.
And these are unrelated to. So
Those are your single. That's all
Your
you get
own-
until
that-
you
Yes,
complete
these,
it.
got it.
these are the rats.
okay, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, you're good. With this sign of science, do you want to explain how you sense the warp? How you can sense other people's? How
Yeah.
you specific to it?
On the edges of his mind, he can feel almost like dark tendrils moving in and touching his consciousness, and as they touch, they impart knowledge or information.
Okay. So you can sometimes sense these otherworldly feelings, and as you do, you notice your attention is dragged to a cloaked being that got some skin tinged green, looks a bit sick, but yeah. And you as you get this knowledge, you feel a bit feverish as you look at this person. Aratuna looks up and walks up to you, and before you can do anything with this figure, as they disappear in the crowd, and asks, "So, what did you think about these books?"
Well, you should know that these books are not ones that the Emperor would approve of. They are banned by the wider Imperium.
So, what are you gonna do about this?
What could we do about this?
She is expectantly looking at you. You do know you can. The correct way that you should do this, according to the Imperium, would be through
I'm going to.
Oh, not now. There's no need for violence here.
Yeah, I was gonna reach for my last pistol and put it at her, but
She is the one that has ordered you to follow her here. So she is the one in charge of you for this. So you reach for your last, it's like, not now. That's not the time.
I'm like,
Should I add these books to the archives of the Herald?
I would refrain from doing such, as having books of this sort could result in corruption in the future.
An interesting take.
My personal recommendation would be their destruction. But there is the potential possibility that we could use them to a degree.
Would that not be the corruption we're talking about?
The
To
degree
use these
being able to find out first where they came from and where they were acquired from, and maybe using them as a sort of bait to lure out those that had them in the first place, so that we can deal with that issue.
An interesting topic. Either way, I will be adding these to the archive. As she continues with the auction, and we return back to the why am I free? The banquet hall. As you remember Galba's question on why Veronius thinks he can rely on him. So, why does my lord Veronius think he can rely on you, Somnus?
For one, honesty. Two, it's always nice to have a sacrificial pawn around if you need him.
True words can never be spoken. At this, Galba turns to you, Sister Honoria, and smiles. I hardly need you to justify your presence here, Sister Honoria. Morstan hasn't stopped talking about the assistance you rendered to him on Enoch. He tells an interesting tale. Inevitably, your mind wanders back to the event in question. You see, the shrine world of Enoch is packed with numerous pilgrims who have been living in increasingly atrocious conditions since the Gilead was cut off from the wider Imperium. Morstan Fife, the commander of the armsmen on board the Herald Veronius, brought his people to assist with the eradication of some orcs that had started an invasion on Enoch.
Moving on.
You left your period of martial penance and prayer in the shrine to assist Fife with repelling these orcs. As you do, you see a lieutenant, which you recognize as Fife's personal lieutenant, trying to lead her troops into battle with a just nervous prayer. It's clear that she's very new at this, and none of her troops are feeling very inspired. What do you want to do? Would you like to intervene in this, or carry on to battle?
Are they going the same place as I am?
Yes. These are who you will be fighting side by side with.
Okay. And is this group confirmed?
These are the armsmen of the Herald Veronius. They are if there is a breach, they are basically the security of the ship.
Okay.
They are the first responders if anything happens on the ship.
I would like to intervene, and I'm going to go up to the personal lieutenant and praise them on their prayer.
Make a leadership test. Will power test. So
そうだね。どうやってですか?
the leadership plus your will.
And that's going to be in the skills?
Yes.
Okay, that's a 4. And then, where the heck's the will column?
It would be up top.
Attributes?
Yeah, attributes.
Okay, so that's
You are
2
allowed.
4s, so I need to get
8 dice.
yes. Thank you.
Yep.
And how many success things do I need?
You need 3.
Cool. So that's a 5, 6, 5, another 5,
How many successes?
4. Let's see, there's 3 5s, 1 6. I do have 1 1.
Is it on the Wrath die?
No.
Okay, that doesn't matter. So, 3 5s?
3 5s, 1 6.
Okay. You can shift the 6 if you want, for glory or more.
The reaction.
Yeah.
Would I be able to use the extra success to inspire not just the leader but the other people as well?
Yes.
Being more confident in their poor leader who's probably freaking out.
Yeah. Do you want to say what you're saying or just move?
Yeah. Sure. Okay. That was a wonderful prayer, Lieutenant. I'm sure this is going to be a great battle. Can you smell it in the air?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Why
Great
does the
point.
faith of the Emperor
Thank-
smell like
thank you on it.
cheese?
Wonderful. I was
It's
going
kind of
about
like they try to spin anything.
As Ensley Bardo turns to her troops like, "You heard the sister! To battle!" As they start leaving. As for combat, I'll just speed through it. You want to give either a ballistic skill or a weapon skill test?
my
See
weapon
how
skill's a
well
little
you
higher.
lead them into battle?
Do I have to do anything besides the weapon skill?
It's one or the other. Good choice.
Okay.
Rolls a 1, and they were all slaughtered but you.
4, 5, 6.
Or it looks like it had intellect.
Intellectual warfare.
Never have. Okay, intellect is a 3. How many successes do I need?
3.
Okay. Ooh! My wrath dice was a 6. It's 2 6s.
Okay.
5, another 6.
It's too early for this, guys.
6, 3, 2, 3, and 1. Okay, so I have 3 6s, 2 5s, 1 of the 6s of the wrath dice.
Okay. I think that is an immediate. You guys are
Did her
rolling
first
so-
roll as well be a critical success?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'm waiting for.
Watch where the rest of us are gonna just fail.
Anybody
Yeah, that's an automatic
I'll need a
glory.
health potion.
Yay!
And
Yeah,
then
no.
you can shift
Maybe a little
Set
poison.
that there.
what you want, because you've got
No,
well
it's-
more than
it's
enough to
ink and
pass.
Okay,
Ink in a bottle.
then I just
Yeah, these are
shift.
ink and water.
So
Do I shift
should I
1
check
to
it?
the glory, or do it? What, I have multiple, so does
Each
it-
one that you
I didn't even
shift
know.
can be a glory point.
No, let me drink.
Okay, I would like to
Obviously.
shift 2 of the 3 to a glory.
Yes.
Okay.
And then use the other one to decapitate somebody important.
Whoa.
I don't know who's important in this
Okay.
battle, but I'd very much
So-
like to do so.
As you're leading the novitiates, the novitiates are the not quite full sisters of battle of your order. They are
5.
right on the verge of becoming full sisters of battle. So as you lead these novitiates, you manage to not lose a single novitiate fighting these orcs, which is
I've broken something.
No, just knocked us over.
I could have
Uh,
something up.
which against orcs is an impressive feat. And you do manage to take down the war boss by yourself.
Are we? Sorry, I'm confused. Are we in battle right now? Or are we?
This
No,
is
This is
flashbacks.
flashbacks.
Oh.
This is describing characters almost.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, are we like talking to people in like a room? When did we get to fighting? Okay, sorry.
Flashbacks.
Continue.
As the ashes of battle settles, Morrison 5 asks for your opinion on Lieutenant Bardo's leadership. What do you tell him?
The lieutenant is the person that I helped out earlier.
Yes, Emsley Bardo.
Would I have noticed notice anything during the fight that they would have done, or is my really their only
This
reaction?
is from before the fighting with her. What do you tell them?
They need a little bit of encouragement, but once they get over their nerves, they'll be fine.
So do you think she's ready to lead troops? Or does she need a bit more time and training?
The only way you can get over something like that is by being put in it. So give her the chance to prove herself.
Very well. 1 second. Okay. Okay. After this battle, your canoness, the leader of your group of Sisters of Battles, has assigned you to assist on the Veronius flotilla as reward for this exemplary battle skills and
More work as you would.
yep, to be a yeah. Which she does tell you with how exemplary you are that she sees a deep darkness coming to affect the flotilla, and she wants someone she can trust to be on the case.
That's exciting. We'll handle it.
Moving back to the banquet. Captain Galba's eyes falls on you, Marius. And for a moment, you see his mask of haughty command slip. He recovers quickly and speaks. And you, a sturdy scout of the Absolvers chapter. You are here, no doubt, to prove yourself worthy of joining your storied brethren. Worthiness is, indeed, on your mind as of late. Recently, you completed your mandatory recuperation period for your surgeries and are just awaiting the final surgery of the Black Parrot case. But it is tradition among the Absolvers to earn that right by leading a group of mortal warriors to success. As such, you had some experience before this group. On the way to the Herald Veronius, aboard the Argus lighter that ferried you to here, they picked up a distress signal, and the pilot was required to meet it. On board was you and 3 other armsmen. As the Argus lighter docks in the cargo bay, and you are leave to investigate the distress signal, you notice that the ship still has power. There's still the ship still seems functioning, and there doesn't seem to be any reason for a distress signal, but it does seem oddly quiet. So, with you, as said previously, are actually 4 armsmen. No, 3 armsmen. You and okay. These are mortal soldiers, the security of ships like these. But none of your enhancements or your exceptional training.
Sure.
So, do you scout ahead of them, which will no doubt take longer, or do you try to fulfill your chapter's requirement and lead them into battle and search the ship with you?
I'll bring them with me.
Okay. Without the enhancements that you do, they're not made for stealthing and searching ships, really. They're made to deal with issues, and as such, a gene stealer that is on board, this Tyranid organism that you have dealt with before, strikes out of the party. You want to roll a ballistic skill test to see how well you deal with?
Yes, sir. So ballistic skill, that's 7 plus 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Funny die.
The funny die.
It's my wrath die.
Oh.
The wrath was a 6.
We are rolling
What's the rest?
really,
Yeah.
really well.
Every single person who's
what's
gone
my-
so far,
so I
their
have-
first thing has been a crit.
You have all the glory pool. It's filled now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally
I have
every
4
person who has
successes
gone so
plus my
far.
wrath.
Okay. How many 6s?
2 6s, 2 5s.
Okay. So
Can we
Plus-
talk about how ridiculous the
plus
statistics are,
my
though?
wrath.
That every single person that's gone so far, the first roll they've done is a critical success.
Who's gonna break the chain?
you will.
He's gonna get a 1 just for saying that.
Anyway.
As you lead these armsmen into battle against the Gene Stealer, these are able to slice down full-on Space Marines with the skill and ambush that they specialize in. But you manage to lead these groups of 3 normal mortals against this Gene Stealer, striking it down with suffering only minor injuries. And with these armsmen alongside you being able to thoroughly search the ship, you do manage to find the survivors of the ship and evacuate them out alive. On your way back to on your way from Larva's Lighter to the Herald of Veronius, you do get a message from your captain berating you of how could you trust these simple mortals to back you up? They don't have the training, they don't have the experience.
I was going to have to trust mortals eventually.
There's room for improvement in everything. That is the job of a scout.
Indeed.
You successfully led them this time. But be cautious in the future. And with that, you finish your travel to the Herald of Veronius and eventually make your way to the banquet hall. After which, Galba's pale organic eyes alight on your own, far superior implants, Treve. He speaks, and you, soldier of Mechanicus, what business does Tech Magi, I've always gotten this wrong, Tech Magi have with our noble rogue trader?
Magi?
Magi.
Tech Magi? That sounds right.
I've heard multiple different ways to pronounce it, so.
Either way, you're wrong.
Your mind scurries through its stores of information, and you recall your own arrival on the Herald. As come back just about a week or two before on your arrival to here, as you were summoned by Roder Abel as the tech priests on board this ship. One of the major ones being Roder Abel. Noticed some malfunctions and issues with the ship's systems, and they deemed it necessary to have someone versed in the ways of war as algorithmically needed in this situation. And the flashback does start with you escorting Roder Abel through the halls on a routine maintenance inspection. And all throughout Broder, he's in charge of the hydroponics garden aboard the Herald, and it really obvious that he doesn't care for anything besides that. He just wants to work on his beloved garden.
He's me for real.
As you do make your way through to the Gellerfield Sanctum, you do spot some strange corrosion on some of the pipes. We want to make a tech test, intelligence test.
I would love to. So many freaking dice. Got a 6. I ain't breaking a chain today.
Oh my gosh.
I literally did get a 6. That's
How did
crazy.
you roll Very well.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4 for starting, and then 3 6s. 4 6s actually. Sorry.
Well, you can't shift for a glory point.
I can't.
No.
Yeah, because we already have the max
maxed.
amount.
Yeah. Sick.
You could shift if you want more information or whatnot, but.
Wait a second, did you also get a 6 on
I got
your
a 6. Yeah. I
How
ain't breaking
the
the
heck
chain.
is this happening?
So you do explain the issue well, using the correct terms and the lingua technis to convince Tech Priest it is worthy of attention. And as the Tech Priest hears you explaining what the issue is, he goes over to a cogitator, basically just a computer, and utters, "Spirit of this machine, recount thy history to me." Broder interrogates the cogitator and discovers that the parts were recently serviced correctly and should not show such signs of corrosion. And he does mark it for further investigation later. As you depart this area, though, heading back towards the gallery field, make an awareness test for me.
So many tests. I think that was the same amount as last time. Yes.
Oh, jingly.
I got 5 that time. It was getting down there. Wait. Sorry. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 6s. And 5 and 2 6s.
Okay. So you do succeed as you hear a soft voice singing with a buzz of static underneath, and you round a corner and nearly run into a member of the menial crew running a cloth reverently across the pipes. You do notice that the servant looks a bit nervous and guilty as he stows away. Treve, do you report the menial to Broder Abel for interfering with the engines in a way that could agitate the machine spirit, or do you write it off?
I'm not like take a long look at the guy. Is it my job to report the guy? I mean, it technically
You are
is.
here as a military advisor to the Tech Priests. Your job right now is to escort Broder.
No
to
one
the
disrespects his favorite calculator.
Currently, I'm just escorting someone. I'm not.
gallery. Yes, that is your current job.
Then I don't worry about it.
Okay.
The only mechanic
As
who isn't into toasters.
You manage to successfully escort him to the Gallifield Sanctum.
I get him there.
He goes, Galva's eyes alight on you, Lachlan. And he raises an eyebrow quizzically. Lachlan, I was under the assumption that your offshoot of the Veronius dynasty was languishing in disgrace. Imagine my delight to see I was misinformed. You will serve our Lord Veronius well, I presume. As you cast your mind back to your tour of Ikni, an asteroid mining facility that you just recently purchased, you are welcomed in the tour, the welcoming party befitting your rank. And a facilities administrator named Callius will guide you through and give you a tour of this ship, of the mining facility. He seems to be babbling and just not giving you any room to speak for yourself and ask questions, just guiding you through, showing you different areas. Will you make a insight test, which is also fun?
So, what? 12. Borrow some of mine as well. Remember which one? Okay.
Oh gosh.
3 4s, 2 5s, and 1 6, but it's not a.
Okay.
It's not a wrath.
You do notice that he seems to be trying to keep you away from somewhere, which, you being an actual competent person in this universe, you know you.
Ouch.
Incompetency is the main factor of the Imperial stand.
Yeah.
You do notice that he's trying to keep you away from the habitation decks where the workers will live, and the security personnel are quite sparse from what they should be. And you do notice that what security you do seem to be very nervous. Callius is clearly hiding something. Do you dispatch one of your attendants to investigate the situation while you distract Callius? Or do you press the issue with him, with the administrator himself?
Dispatch.
Okay, make a persuasion test. Or, sorry, insight. Another one.
All of these.
Alright. Critical success is the first roll.
No, second.
There's second.
Let's see.
But you need a 3 at least, so you need 3 icons.
Oh, yes. It's not a critical success, but it's a success.
Still a success nonetheless.
Very much a success.
As close to critical as you can
Five
get.
sixes,
It's got 5.
5 and like 2
Is that
fours.
all the dice except for 1?
Okay,
all but
that,
So as critical as she could have gotten without getting a critical success.
yeah. Okay, so
Rex is just like, oh darn, this is gonna go much quicker than I thought it would.
This isn't
With-
working. I thought
This isn't working!
so much aptitude that you show, you do manage to dispatch the correct attendant for the situation. But you do also press him on a bit of stuff. And as you start pressing him, he starts breaking out like, it's not my fault. I did everything I had to do. As your death cult executioner spy comes back. Yeah. Comes back and reports that there's a revolt currently ongoing of the workers, with the main issue being they're claiming they don't have enough food.
Oh, dang, buddy.
Shoots this guy.
How do you wish to deal with the revolt? You have sufficient armsmen with you to execute a violent suppression deemed necessary, but they are trained to repel boarding actions in brutal close-range combat, and there will be casualties. Alternatively, you do have some connections that you may, on Ostia, the nearby Agra world, that you may be able to negotiate a deal for more food.
Let's negotiate a deal.
Shoots the guy across from her and has him turned into cornstarch.
This is where it explains influence. So, not sure exactly where on there, but you have influence written down somewhere. Should be.
Would that be in skills?
It's more like wealth.
I think it's under secrets or above secrets.
Or sorry. So influence is an ability. You can spend wealth to give yourself advantage for influence. So influence would be your fellowship -1. If you share a keyword with the target, then you get a +1. And then yeah.
So fellowship is this -1.
And then you may spend wealth to add icons to a result on a 1-for-1 basis.
So you have a 4, so it would be a 4 for you.
So your fellowship is, what is it?
So it's 5.
It's 5, so then -1 would be 4. And then he's Imperium and you're Imperium, so that'd be 5 total. So that's the dice that you have to roll.
So roll 5 dice.
Yep, for the influence test. And you can spend wealth to get icons for it on a 1-for-1 basis. And after this, you will have it replenished because it's a flashback.
What does she have to get?
3.
You may want to expend a couple points. spend some points. Like wealth points.
One of those.
Wealth should
Party
be
points here?
found.
Because we could use a party point.
You mean one of our 6 glory?
We have 6.
What about
I thought we
your
had 3.
I
This is
thought
the max.
I meant her
we can
wealth
have.
points.
Yeah,
She
we
could
maxed
Yeah.
it.
sacrifice wealth.
So you'll have wealth on your character sheets.
I think it's down at the bottom.
Yeah, it will be down towards the bottom.
So you have
Is this
3.
it?
So you can sacrifice.
It's on the very bottom.
It's for a 1-for-1 basis. So you can spend 1 wealth for 1 icon, which is 1 success.
So if you
And
so
this
you,
is a flashback, so after this you would have had time to replenish your wealth.
so you can expend 2 if you want.
Okay.
Right.
She can expend all 3 if she wanted. And that would just be 3 more icons, which is 3 more successes.
You have 1
Okay.
success. Might as well.
Yeah.
That is like the wealth. Spending wealth to increase your influence is like saying bribing or paying for luxurious wine to get them in a good mood for your negotiations, stuff like that. So as you oversee these negotiations, and you do make your contact with Ostias on Ostia, wording. You do manage to get some more food here, and the revolt does go back, and the production on this mining facility that you just recently purchased does improve. But after this is when you were summoned to the Veronius fleet to meet with Jekyll Veronius, and you do see this as a very real possibility that he sees you forming a trade route with Ostia as a going behind his back where he doesn't want you to.
So I do it for fun.
What a jerk.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
How it feels to chew fat gum.
Goodness.
Simon, of all his guests, Galva regards you with the most neutral expression. A
Yikes.
clear attempt to hide the twinge of fear he feels every time he looks at you.
Oof.
You are not the first Xenos I have entertained aboard the Herald, but I must admit, you have proved yourself more useful than most, Alapha. I presume that despite my best efforts, Veronius has learned of the service you did for me? Which you recall to the time that you were hired to watch over a deal being carried out by Captain Galva's seneschal, Aelin Korsakov, on the agri-world of Ostia. While Aelin Korsakov clearly thought that they hired you, you were really just using them to get close to your targets. Eldari Corsair, who is your captain, and you were a Corsair who betrayed you and left you to them. The details of the deal were no concern to you. You were just there to take out your targets. As you try to find, you get there before the deal, and you try to find a sniper's nest. Make a stealth check. It would be an agility-based stealth check. Which you do need a 3 to succeed on this.
There's no way I roll
You roll a lot.
11? There's no way I roll
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
These flashbacks are supposed to be the perfect scenarios for your characters.
Which explains why we're rolling so well.
These are what your characters excel at.
For one of mine, I gotta roll 12 dice.
Make Desi the only
Like
one
a
that
really
rolled
good
a six.
technology. Fighting.
I rolled a 1 on the
Wrath?
wrath
Yikes.
Ah!
Yes. First one.
Also fighting.
What am I funny?
Okay.
Nothing.
But
Also fighting.
others,
Fighting.
You're good at.
or
Oh,
that's just a
fighting.
complication. But you still
Makes
need
sense.
to see the rest.
What the heck, man? Don't.
So So I got 1 6, 3 5s,
Okay.
3 4s.
So you do succeed, but what you didn't pay attention to before is that the sun would catch by your glasses, so you've got a slight glint, and all the other tests will be at a +1 difficulty for this flashback. As the meeting unfurls before you, Seneschal Aelin Korsakov approaches the meet with her cutting impressive figure with her long gray coat. Make an awareness test. This will be difficulty number 4. So awareness and intelligence.
I rolled a 6 for the wrath die.
Sheesh. Okay. How many other successes and stuff do you have, icons?
I got 2 6s, 3 4s, 1 5.
We're rolling hot today with these D6.
As the meeting continues, you do notice one of the other party starts. You notice that they have a fusion pistol and a Thari pistol hidden in their pocket, and you start to reach for it. As they start to bring it up, you manage to snipe and hit their hand right off, taking their hand right off as they're about to shoot, and a full-on firefight happens. And you did notice that one of the parties coming was the Corsair captain that you were after. And as the firefight happens, they start to run. You are here for Samel, that Corsair captain, but it's clear that without your assistance, the humans are doomed. What do you prioritize? Taking Samel or laying down covering fire to protect Aelin and her people?
I get my target.
Okay. As you go after Samel, you manage to wound him, possibly fatally, but he does manage to get away in the end. As you come back to the meet, you notice Aelin Sokorva is the only survivor of the party that you were hired to protect. But she is losing, she's lost her arm in this, as the meet was a failure. But you do still continue on to the Herald. But Aelin clearly despises you. Whatever you did. Yikes.
Meh.
Cutting back to the banquet hall, Captain Galva gives orders for the banquet to begin, at which the party...
So wait, are we all together now?
Yes, you're
We're
all
still-
in the banquet hall.
Those are just flashbacks. So we've been in the banquet
Those
hall
are
this entire
flashbacks.
time.
Those are flashbacks introducing our characters.
We were drinking so much alcohol, everyone was
While it is
backflash.
clear that the
Backflash.
great effort has been taken to make this banquet something to remember, it's pretty clear that many of these dishes are just corpse starch or other synthetic foods covered in spices or exotic foods that are chosen for their rarity rather than their culinary benefits, as the system is on rough times and there's not many resources to go around.
Or you think constant warfare is expensive and
Corpse starch.
unnecessarily wasting?
That's heretical right there.
The finest aspect is the fresh fruit, that comes from the hydroponics gardens on the on the Herald Veronius, and as the dinner's guests, why am I forgetting words? As the honored guests of the banquet dig in, you guys are free to mix and mingle with the other guests. As you see, there are quite a few distinguished guests of honor. You see Lord Radovar Meldrake boasting in the corner about his past military experience, and Alatha, you do catch out of the corner that he does have a shuriken pistol and Eldari pistol on his hip.
How
you
close
also
am I sitting next to him?
Huh?
How close am I to him?
Not too far, but close enough to talk, but not sitting right next to him.
Like a few seats over, so I'd have to
Yeah.
like shout over some people,
Not quite shout over.
or like I'd have to talk like
Yeah,
kind of like he's sitting next to Maddie, and I'd be like,
kind of.
okay.
Another guest is Alouette de Mornay, a Munistorm priest that is the pride of the Perpetual Opera aboard the Herald Veronius, which is renowned for their priests singing praise on shift, so it never stops, hence the name Perpetual Opera. Many of these priests have implants and stuff to enunciate their voices and vox speakers and stuff to project their voices better in an opera environment. You of course also have Captain Galba, the captain of this fine vessel, and Morstan Fife is leader of the armsmen aboard the Herald. There are many other guests frequenting, but those are the main honored guests, as long as yourselves.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it specified to us what exactly we are doing on the ship? We're here to protect it, right?
You guys are here being ferried to the main fleet of the
Oh,
Veronius.
you mentioned this in the beginning.
We're on the way to.
You're on your way to the fleet to meet up with Jaquel Veronius, who has summoned you all.
Alright. I think the first thing I will do is introduce myself to both Sister Honoria and our Space Marine friend, so that they don't kill me the moment I start using magic powers.
It's all up to you guys now.
You're
I am Somnus the Sanctioned Psyker, so I just want to make sure that I introduce myself to both of you so that there's no mistakes made and that it is known that I'm a Sanctioned Psyker. Please don't kill me the moment I start doing anything.
Doing anything isn't what? Isn't what? I gotta fix the voice. Isn't what?
My hands like sparkle.
Also, are we like officially working together, and are we all aware of that?
You are not a group that came together. You're all separate honored guests that were summoned individually.
So we,
We're all
yeah,
going to the same
we've-
place.
we don't know each other.
we've
but yes.
we've most likely never.
You
met
may have
before.
run into each other on board this vessel or in other places before, but you are not a group.
Are we under the assumption that we're going to work together because we are together right now?
That's up to you.
I'm like zooming in on the magic that he does with my eyes.
In my case, you can never be too sure.
Well, he does magic. Anyone? Anyone else? No? No magic?
I've killed 6,669 monsters with this very gun.
Impressed.
No, that would have been so much funnier if no one said anything for like 3 extra seconds. That would have been awesome. And then just resume. Like that's it.
I may not be much of a marksman, but that's a toy.
At hearing this,
fake.
Lord Radovel Meldrake
Fact
looks
check.
over at the Lathers and is like, is it true that your people put your souls in rocks?
I don't even know what that means.
That is
like,
that is actually true, though.
like honestly, like this is why like I'm kind of like
Yeah.
I'm not even like fully engaged in it.
Welcome,
Warhammer.
welcome to Warhammer.
Yeah, I was,
That
I'm
is
gonna
true about the
introduce
craft
you
world
more
element,
heavily.
though.
As Meldrake says, the captain was like, this is Lord Radovar Meldrake, an honored guest of ours, who served many years in the Astra Militarum, the Imperial Guard. Which you do see that he does carry what you recognize as a shuriken pistol, which is an Eldari pistol.
The dude doesn't know anything about the person he got the pistol from, or the people.
I know not. I have no idea what anyone is.
I don't know who I am.
I don't know like if that pistol belongs to him. I don't know what an Eldari is.
And
You
Eldar
are
is
an
space,
Eldari.
right?
You.
That's your race.
You're
That's
an
me.
Eldari.
Cool.
Yes.
Frick yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to improv theater, guys.
Yes, and.
Yes.
Great song.
The Eldar are space.
So, I'm sorry, say the name of the person who just made a racist comment.
Lord Radovar
Xenophobic.
Meldry.
Meldry.
It's not
I'm gonna go with
xenophobic
that
because I don't
one.
fear them.
So you've had many. I'm sorry, did I say something wrong?
No, just continue. Just continue with what you're doing.
So you've been in many battles yourself then?
Yes, I was part of the. Why am I forgetting?
There's an exchange between these two that it was just move on.
This is why you two can't
Yes,
be
I
conversating.
served in the Astral Arm for many years. I'm actually so grateful enough to have retired from that line of work, as he is getting up there in age. But he does say, it's like, as honored sister, I would love to spar with you sometime, because I do keep up with the training of my old regiment.
Well, maybe.
And I've fought many times with the Sisters of Battle.
I did not hear that word.
What?
You said fought. It's not what I heard.
Nice.
I'll be honest, I heard that too. I just wasn't gonna say anything. But anyway.
Fought.
Which makes it even funnier.
We're not gonna be able to hear anything else.
Space nuns.
Hey.
Brain
Space
cells for
nuns
this
with
guy.
guns.
This is hard.
I'm already using
Sorry.
all my brain cells for understanding this game. But once you crack a joke, I'm gone.
Sorry.
Well, perhaps after the banquet, you'll have to explain to me some of those regiments you're keeping up on. And I'm gonna squint at him skeptically.
It's just simple Lasgan accuracy tests and martial combat tests.
I see.
But as this continues, anyone else?
Testing to see if your armor's real.
Would you like to see if my weapons are real?
No, hold on. Scan complete. Alright, we're good. Sorry, just checking out the metal content.
If you were curious about his weapons being real, the answer is yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see him from here.
Yes. It's not power armor. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's
Nearly.
very base armor. That's what you
Nearly there.
Well, remind me not to mess with you when that happens. I go back to eating my nuts and bolts.
Give me a week in 2020.
You're a half robot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got metal teeth. It's like drill bits.
Yeah. It's like oil, too.
And I thought I was magic.
It's like a bowl of cereal. Cereal and bolts.
I ate a bowl of nails for breakfast. So, without any milk.
Oh, right this way, right this way.
It is at this time that you guys see Morstan Five, who you have dealt with before. Comes down, whispers something in Captain Galva's ear, and then takes his seat at the table. And Captain Galva is like, "Oh, yes, whatever," and just continues. And Morstan Five, he's the head of the armsmen. He is well built, stocky, always has his power axe on his hip. He seems ready in case anything happens, but doesn't appear like he's expecting something.
Would I have been sitting close enough to hear what he would have whispered?
Roll an awareness.
Interesting. What would that be? Oh, hey, there it is. Look at this board.
As we all see him, this guy walking. Do we know who he is?
You know of him. He is the head of security, basically.
Do I have
Am
anything
I
to that
close
awareness and intelligence?
Seems like we're close
No.
together.
Yeah.
I know him well, but not for good reason.
Wonderful.
I watch him walk in, and same thing that I just did with him.
That's fresh.
I look at his battle axe. Is that thing real?
Yes.
I like get up from the table and come over and touch it.
Okay, so I had a failure on my wrath dice, but I got 2 6s, 2 4s, and a 5.
That's enough to hear, but they are very well aware that,
There are other people.
you heard that, you overheard.
Okay.
It was just like a security update of just Dex, what you'd expect from
Okay.
Master of Security, basically. Zoo touches and he was like, Shreve, I was aware that you were brought in as a military advisor for the Mechanicus on board. How well do you do that job if you don't know if a power axe is real or not?
Ooh, cosmic burn.
I was trying to make sure that you weren't getting scammed out of a battle axe. And I go back to examining it.
Very well.
I stop. What's like a really powerful like common metal? Not like common metal, but like a.
Adamantium.
I see a lot of hits of adamantium in here. It's looking good, man. And I sit back down in my chair and I'm like just beaming with happiness.
I know. At least somebody's happy in this world.
Okay. Are you going to talk to anyone else?
No. No.
No.
You're in a banquet, come on.
Do something dumb, Calvin.
Don't say that. Don't say that to me.
Anyway, I'm gonna go have a cornstarch
Calvin.
cheesecake.
Corpse this time,
starch
the Alouette de
cheesecake.
Mornay gets up and leaves the banquet as she is called back to her place in the opera.
Strawberry flavored cornstarch.
And it's not soon after that. Where is it? There we go. Not soon after that, a terrifying lurch shudders through the ship, lights flicker and dim. Alarm bells start ringing off, and
Nice.
That's my cue, and I get up and I go do whatever I'm supposed to be doing.
Not again.
a panicked officer can be heard over the internal vox system of the ship, which is basically the radio. Captain Galba, sir, we've undergone unscheduled warp translation. The navigator screams, sir, and the astropath has gone catatonic. We don't know. Galba's face goes pale, and as he is just moments murmur, "May the Emperor protect us." For the entire banquet hall suddenly inverts, the gravity switching, and you all start falling up.
Oh,
I'm like getting out of my chair. My
Everyone-
cheesecake!
Everyone make a athletics test to avoid falling hard onto the seat.
Oh, I am not athletic. Oh my gosh.
Plus.
I'm rolling 2 dice.
Oh my gosh.
I have a 1 and a 1 for this.
This may be
I am
unfair.
going to hit the
You
roof
have to roll
so
a 6.
hard.
You have to roll to succeed.
Aha!
Roll.
I got 2 4s.
I got a freaking 6 again.
Yeah, you fail.
What do we have
How
to?
many do we need?
3.
Okay.
Oh.
I got 2 4s and a 6 on my wrath
honey.
dice.
Oh, okay. You managed to fall.
You rolled very well
And
earlier.
if you want, you can pull out your pistol if you want.
Sounds great. I'm ready.
Okay.
Moving.
Who else?
So, I rolled 2 5s, 2 4s, and a 5 on my funny
So
die.
it's 5, so you succeed.
I got 6 plus a critical success.
Okay.
I got 3 5s and 2 6s. No crit.
I got 2 4s and 2 But they don't complete. No, I didn't.
No one else does. What's your athletics?
3 and then 3.
So you could've rolled 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
6.
okay. Got it. Okay, so Sominus and Lachlan, you both fall hard, and you'll take 3 What's your resilience?
Top right.
34.
Is it the total
No, you'll take
resilience?
40.
That is my exact resilience.
Is a 7.
Without armor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my base is 4 and my with armor is 4.
Base is 3.
I don't have any
With
armor.
armor, it's 7.
Okay. So your resilience managed to take it, so you don't take any damage from this.
You're just knocked out.
Clarifying, when you ask for resilience, are we just doing the base resilience?
My
Total
psychic
resilience,
spine.
but if base resilience is without armor, total resilience is what most of the time I'll be asking for.
Okay, so
Okay.
specify if you want just the base. Yes, got it.
You two have fallen prone as you fall to the ceiling.
Cure wounds.
Anyone who didn't can draw their pistol. Or no, their weapons if they wish.
I will draw my.
I'm
You're
drawn.
fallen prone.
I'm drawn.
I'm on the ground.
You're on the ground.
While getting up, it somehow like spun me, so I did like a
Ceiling.
180 and just landed on my feet and like on the ceiling.
Before you have a chance to recover, reality seems to tear itself open in front of you.
What the what?
Ooh, shapes and colors.
Through a horrific rent in real space, a twisting landscape of fetid trees and green-brown skies is momentarily visible. Before you can react, Morstan Fife, who landed on his feet with an athletic confidence, throws himself between the breach in reality and Captain Galvin. He seems about to scream a warning, or perhaps a prayer, before a gout of horrific sludge erupts from the rift. Fife takes the worst of it, saving his captain in the process, before collapsing in a sopping, writhing, malodorous mess. What do you do?
Great.
One second. Pass me my guy.
So, what just happened was a rift opened up. The two like big beefy guys jumped into the rift.
Just the one.
Oh.
Morstan Fife,
The old
head
guy?
of security.
He jumped into it, and then a bunch of just ooze started coming out of it.
Yep. A malodorous, horrific sludge.
Okay.
Great.
Wow.
What
Nastiness,
do you do?
basically.
Okay.
As many people have fallen and need help.
Is there some sort of
A lot
order to
of
this, or do we just start saying
Draws her
things?
weapon.
Just decide what you guys want to do.
She draws her. So Aletha? Is it?
Alatha, however.
Aletha. Aurora. Aletha draws her pistol. Shaboing! And
Oh, you got a massive pistol Mine's not as big, but who's counting?
I mean, it looks average to me.
That's way.
See, anyway. Yeah.
It's alright.
I just draw it. And there's. She doesn't help anyone yet. She's just kind of like holding it, kind of waiting for someone to like come out.
Okay.
Or like waiting for someone to show up. She's not making any moves.
Has the sludge stopped vomiting all over said nearly
Yes.
dead person?
It was one blast of it over Morstan Fife, and then he fell to the ground,
Can I check
sopping,
to see if
writhing
he's
malodors.
dead?
Okay, so you're gonna approach him, and what's everyone else doing?
I have my.
Sorry. Who's closest to the thing? Those are like we're just like all.
Honoria's approaching. What are you guys doing?
Who was that? Her. You, him, her. Okay.
I
Whoa.
have
A lot of pronouns.
There's too many new names. I can't remember.
Holy lady.
Maddie.
Mars.
Dooley. I start backing away. I say that and then just start backing away from the sludge. I have my gun out.
Okay.
I stand up, I have my bolt pistol out, and if this is possible, my
Chainsword.
chainsword or combat knife in the other hand.
Okay.
Chainsword.
It's got more damage and ED. And I don't know what this sludge is or if there's anything I can do to
Are you
it.
approaching Morstan as well?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Lachlan, what are you doing?
I thought I was prone.
Okay.
You are on the ground.
Yep,
It's like,
you are
I'm
correct.
on the ground. Oh, get up, I guess.
Okay. As you two approach Morstan,
He's gonna come up as a zombie, isn't he?
Can I yell something out as they're stepping towards? I'm gonna yell out, "Don't step closer! Could be warp tanked." And then I will cast Psyniscience to detect the warp.
okay. Go ahead and roll for that. As you guys get this warning, he does start to rise up and he strikes out at you. Start moving first, so it's probably
Come at me, Fetcher.
But everyone needs to make a
I
difficulty
think it's
number
just
3 fear.
I think it's just a free thing. I don't know if I roll for it.
A fear what?
fear test. I'll go through in a second. Let me see. Should. Okay. It's the DN 3.
Mhm.
You make a psychic.
So I make a psychic thing and I have to beat 3. But I think so.
Do fear test right there.
Yeah.
So it's just a psychic mastery check.
Yes.
Thank you.
You resolve against a difficulty number. So yeah, fear testers use your resolve stat.
Sorry, what are we? Oh,
Everyone needs to make a fear test, which is using your resolve.
So with that, even though I mean, how close am I to this guy?
Everyone makes this.
Everyone makes it.
I got 5 6s.
A fear test? Let's see.
Yes.
Where's resolve?
Your resolve. Your
Resolve.
toughness.
Top left under attributes.
And do we add anything else to that? Just resolve.
4.
Yeah, just a resolve test, or
Okay.
do we roll
Attributes.
right there?
Ah.
You got a higher resolve than I do. I got a
Yeah.
one.
Is there a
Just
wrath?
resolve. Huh?
Is there a wrath die in the resolve or no?
Yeah. All tests unless it's said otherwise.
Wait, so if I have one resolve, I roll
Your
one
wrath.
wrath die?
Yes.
Okay.
Just one. 4.
Oh god.
One time I rolled that. Shh. Yoji, we're good. Hey, Yoji, we're good. It's okay.
Dogs.
It's okay.
Xenophobic towards my boots.
Yeah. Hey, man. Bye, Joe.
Bye.
Ciao, good luck on your grand adventure.
Sorry.
I didn't like mine.
Okay. Yeah. So, what did everyone get?
So on the resolve, I got 2.
I also got 2. One of them was my wrath die, and it was a 6.
Okay. There's. You got a 6 and a 4 or 5.
So I got 2 6s and a 1.
Okay, so you got 4 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maths.
I got a 4 on a wrath die.
Okay.
4 and wrath.
Just 1.
So I got 6 of 2, and my wrath die was 1.
Okay. Complication there.
I got a 2 on my wrath die, and that's it.
So everyone but Maddie is feared,
Yikes. I'm already terrified, so that kind of.
and that means I'll also get some ruin.
I'm just here to do repairs.
Gosh, dang it.
This is what I'm here for.
I am not here for this Scooby-Doo nonsense.
Okay.
John Wick,
so
the Space
fear
Marine
condition, all of your tests will be at a +2 difficulty number until the end of the scene, or until an ally passes a leadership test of 5 to make you not afraid. At that,
Yeah. So my psychic spell,
yep.
I got 5 6s, 2 5s, and 2 4s. I literally
Yeah, so
succeeded
you-
on every
you
single
passed it.
possible die.
You pass it. You do sense that there was a lot of warp. You are currently in the warp.
What the heck is the warp? What the fetch does that mean?
So we're in the warp.
Explain it.
Where?
What?
Huh?
To explain the warp for those who don't know it, think of it as a secondary subdimension.
Think of it as the Nether in Minecraft.
Pretty much it is the Minecraft
Sick.
Nether. It is kind of hell, but it's where we also draw our magic powers from, and other things can
The
come
soul
from it.
goes there.
This is why we don't like you, is because you draw powers from hell. This makes sense.
Yeah, to use his magic, he opens a doorway to hell.
That's crazy.
So,
Yeah.
That's why burn the witch is a thing.
Gotcha. Okay, continue.
Look,
So-
just because I have lunch on Tuesdays with Satan doesn't mean that I'm a bad guy.
This is called accessory to a crime.
I think that's exactly what it means by being a bad guy.
Wait a second, am I a bad guy?
I think so. You have lunch with Satan?
So,
Oh, he's a bad guy.
as this he
It's
strikes
a
out
teen,
at you,
actually.
I'm going to count this as an. Oh no, because he screamed out. This will be initiative, so he's going to strike out first, and then one of you guys make an attack or do your turn in combat.
Well,
Who's going to strike out first?
Morstan.
Okay.
Everyone roll for initiative. I rolled a 20.
wow.
Here, you can go next.
I also rolled a 20.
Oh, you go next. You go next.
Wow.
Oh, let's see if we can keep it going.
So, how are we gonna arrange this?
Oh my gosh,
I got a 20.
You got a 22?
I got a 1.
Roll it again.
I got 2 1s.
Give it here.
What's your defense?
Good question. Where would they find it? I just read it for a piece of paper.
Did you get a 20?
It was 2.
Yeah, I think we all just
As
go
he
at the same
strikes
time.
out, he doesn't manage to
Except
hit
for
you.
me.
You go last.
Is that resilience or my
You go
defense?
last.
Oh, it's
Defense.
defense.
At the same.
Okay, yes, I was a
Defense to hit, and then this will deal. Let's see, 9
You were the last to go first.
Yeah, yeah. Just start kicking him. It'll be fun.
So as he strikes out at you with the spine tentacle that grows from his
Oh,
arm,
that's exciting.
he strikes out at you, and that'll be 9 plus 4, 13.
Okay,
What's your resilience?
10.
So you'll take 3 wounds.
Where do I determine how many wounds I have to take?
Should be right next to it.
I see it.
You can turn stuff. Where's the combat one?
We're gonna use the notes app here.
No.
Please don't.
We're not on the
That's all I
fight.
have. And how we get into character.
What?
Okay, you can use determination whenever you would take damage. To roll a dice pool to their determination to try to convert some of the wounds into shock. Every icon you roll in determination test converts 1 wounded to 1 shock. Shock starts at 0. And you take more shock than their advantage exhausted.
Okay, so why would I
So-
want to convert it to a shock?
When you reach max wounds, you die. Then if you have any wounds at all, you have the wounded condition, which makes all your tests plus 1 higher difficulty.
And what does a shock do?
Shock, as long as you don't have more shock than your maximum shock, you're fine.
Okay.
If you have more, then you get exhausted, which you may take only a basic move action, a regular action, or disengage action.
Okay. I'll take 1 point of shock. If I would like to try that.
Okay, so determination, you should have that written down.
And my defense was already broken. Break none.
Okay. I have 2 4s and a 5.
I can't let anyone touch my stuff.
So that'd be 3,
Mhm,
which
3.
converts all 3 wounds into shock, so you aren't wounded.
Okay, cool.
Okay, it's your guys' turn.
Alright.
Literally.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
I will cast Smite.
This is all of you guys decide
guess-
who goes first.
Yeah, who should go first?
Well,
Since you already know what they're doing.
I am.
I'm fine with going last because I'm not ready to go. I'm backing away.
I mean, I could do it and just cast a spell on his face.
I am probably.
The fighter people should be the ones.
Yes. I'll be one of the first, if not the first. But if someone wants to go before me, I will not.
After one person goes, remember you can spend 1 glory to have another person go immediately.
That's true.
And we have
And
plenty
you
of
have
rounds.
6 of them.
hole right now.
We could all freaking kick trash on this guy right now.
The one
We
thing
just
I'd
said-
like to remind people though is that when we use a glory, he gets a destruction.
A ruin.
Ruin, whatever the fetch it is, he can do bad things.
That's true.
I already have many because you guys failed your fear tests.
I don't know who
Oh,
I am.
great. Cool.
So you're saying
Yeah.
we should kick him in the shin?
Let's kick him.
Let's do it. I am willing to go first, unless there's some.
Just go first.
All right,
Let's move this along.
let's do it.
You're already close, so as you go up, are you gonna...
Yes, I'm going to attempt to blast him in the face.
Anyways,
You're gonna shoot him?
So my man started blasting. So yeah, and I have my bolt pistol out, so I'm going to roll 7 dice.
Actually, it looks like all of you will just go because he's already taken his turn.
Ah!
So yeah, you're first.
How about it?
That is 7.
You're shooting him with the bolt pistol.
Yes.
Kick it, Marius. You got this.
Like
Better you than me.
You and your perfect armor.
yeah. Okay.
Oh no, he's fat and
So
girly.
this is your...
This is to shoot.
Yeah, your ballistic skill.
Yeah, ballistic skill is
Which you are feared, so this will be at a penalty.
at a penalty.
Yes, so
Oh.
it's gonna be a bit harder.
So it's a 7 plus. It's actually 11, so I actually rolled wrong. I rolled ahead of myself. 7, 4. Boom. Oh God. That's not good.
That's kind of impressive, actually.
How many icons do you get?
Well, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, but I got a 1 on my wrath.
This is the consequence of all of our luck being in the not
In
consequential
the
part.
non-consequential. Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, and just remember there's the pages in the middle. We've got all the combat
It's
options
good.
on that one.
I'm doing a sketchbook right now. I need to figure it out.
Where is it? Critical hits.
Wow.
It's just so
Right.
That's very floofy.
very floofy dog.
You should have given him a bath. He would have been floofier.
It can be floofier.
Yes.
So yeah, what was your total icons?
It's everywhere.
7. Not in, is yeah. So I had 3 4s, 2
Can you-
5s,
Are
1
you going to
6.
shift any of them? That's when you have a 6 that you don't need to pass. Because you need 5 because you're in fear condition, so
Yes.
you need 5 icons.
Okay.
So if you have a 6 there, that's already one you can shift for more
Yeah.
damage.
I'll shift it.
Yeah, so you,
So you can shift for more
you can
damage.
add an extra damage dice.
Yeah, I'll shift to 1d6 for extra damage.
Okay. And then, so what's the damage on your bolt pistol?
It's a 10.
Okay. So for this would be 10 plus 1 extra dice. Roll the dice. If you get an icon, it's 1 more damage. If you get
And
a 6,
this is including the 6 I rolled, yes? Or-
this is what that 6 is for.
Oh.
Because it's 10 normally, so every time you shoot that, it's just 10 damage. And then reduced by their resilience. And
So
all that.
I'm rolling 10 dice, or
No.
I'm trying to understand.
So it's 10 plus the extra dice because you shifted.
10 is automatic.
So you roll the extra dice for the shift.
Automatic 10 damage.
An icon? Nothing?
Those are 3.
Okay, so just 10.
Just
Is
flat 10.
there any armor piercing on the bolt pistol?
There's not.
So as as you walk up and you fire, it hits, doesn't quite explode, which a bolt should, and then he just seems to just get right back into it. Who's going next?
That's fine.
I got it.
Either.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Smite on him.
Okay, makes that good.
Okay. 3 6s, 3 5, and a 4. So I need. Let's see. Okay, so it's a psychic mastery test against their defense.
Yeah. What do you get?
I have 10 total. 3 of those being 6s.
Okay, what? So you need a 5 to hit.
Okay, so I could
You could shift 2.
shift 2. Take it. Yeah. But I would need 3 to be able to get the bonus damage on Smite. I said, but I would need 3 to get the bonus damage on Smite because you shift 3 for an extra mortal wound.
Oh, okay, sure, more than
Yeah. Yeah, but I can shift 2.
Okay. Damage then?
Yeah, damage is D3 mortal wounds.
Which those just go straight through. Okay.
That's 3.
Extra damage dice is for how many icons? So you got 1 icon, so 1 more.
Okay.
So 4.
Okay.
So 4 damage, okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain how your smite looks?
As my hand points towards him, you see a small cloud of lightning seemingly gathering above his head as it strikes down onto the top of it.
Whoa.
Those strikes.
As my eyes
You're going to
surge with a purple power.
I'm gonna shoot him.
You're going to shoot him?
Yeah.
One thing I forgot is there is ammo. So,
Ah,
yes.
noted. Note that.
There is ammo.
There is ammo. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
But you can still shoot him if you want.
I didn't have to shoot him.
Okay.
I got 1 singular success point.
1 icon.
1 icon.
So that's just going to miss as you
Bolt pistol.
Wonderful.
pull up your bolt pistol and shoot.
And I can use a wrath point to try to
Should we just look up
Yeah,
how
you
much?
can spend
Yeah.
1 of your wrath points to
Yeah.
reroll all fails, except for a 1 on the wrath.
Let me do that. Warhammer.
So all but
Okay.
1. One of those is a 4.
Pistol.
Set that there. Great. I got 2 more 4s.
So 3 total.
3 total.
You weren't fear, right? You passed your fear, so that will hit. Barely.
I gotcha.
So damage.
10 rounds.
I think it's a 10.
Okay, this isn't.
So it says 10, and then it says that it is a brutal pistol.
6 to 10 rounds.
Pistol means you can shoot in melee. I'm trying. Brutal. I forgot about that stuff.
So.
Damage
Warhammer
is 10 dice, and then I pick out the successes.
No, that's
Okay.
you deal 10 damage
Just straight.
minus by his resilience.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
So the 40k wiki says that a bolt pistol has 6 to 10 rounds.
But what does it say on the actual?
And
doesn't-
we don't bother. We don't know where it says that is the issue.
Okay.
Well, sorry, maybe it says down here. Sniper, where you look at Sniper 2.
That doesn't really help because it doesn't say anything on like a pistol. Or, that's more traits. That's not. This is range.
Weapon shoots, 2 elite.
We each have 6 shots. There you go.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
That's a fair.
I don't know if that's little or
There's something with it.
so,
I can't
6.
remember. I read it a while ago.
Speak for yourselves, I have magic powers that could potentially cause
Brutal
demons to
weapons
spawn
inflict
on us.
appalling traumatic wounds when you roll extra damage dice for.
Ah.
So yeah. So when you shift and get an extra damage dice, you do more.
Okay, gotcha. Perfect. I just did 10.
10 damage?
Does your pistol have brutal as well?
Yes.
You rolled the extra damage dice. What's the hit on it again?
It was a 3.
Okay, so that actually did inflict some more damage on him.
Oh. There you go.
Okay. Who's up next? And yeah,
And
pistol.
this is me. Yeah,
Pistol can be fire while you
I don't
engage.
know who it is.
Oh, holy shit. Yeah.
Is it Casper? Casper. Over here.
This keeps shaking.
Yeah, it's completely shifted. When you center frame.
Do you want to take a break for a minute?
We can.
After this combat, let's take a break.
Okay, let's shift the
He's wanting to go out, I think.
time.
Oh my gosh, I'm like, wait.
Yeah. It's pull this leg out.
Yeah, it's been shaking like.
Sorry, everyone. Oh,
I forgot to print clips. I'll print clips. Remind me.
Eventually.
Hold on. Hey.
We'll fix it during the break. Okay, you guys are almost done with this one. Who's up next? Marius.
shoot him,
Probably,
sniper!
yeah. I would go last. I'm not like ready to fight. Kind of.
Good. I can go.
You go.
Yeah,
you
kill
go,
him.
girl.
What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna shoot him.
With
Just my pistol.
That's
roll
fine.
your ballistic skill. Let's see. Will you hand me the skill stats? One. I think.
Attacking actions.
You're getting all three of them, friend.
This is for you guys. I've got them in the book somewhere, but it's just faster for me. So I can.
Is that the correct one?
It's this one.
So I
It's
rolled.
got all those.
So I rolled 3 6s, 1 5, which is my
Your wrath. Okay.
wrath.
Wrath only matters that it's different if it's a 1 or a 6. Otherwise, it acts just like normal.
Got it. So
So how many icons? 6s are 2, 4 and 5s are 1.
so 4, so 2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
8? Okay, that will hit. You were 4, so you do have enough to shift if you want for an extra damage.
Can you?
Save.
Yeah, I'll shift.
Okay.
So I just roll another die.
What's the damage on your pistol?
10.
10? So yeah, it'll be 10, and then roll a dice for more.
1. So I just
No
have
more extra damage.
no more extra.
And then what's the keywords on your pistol? Should be like pistol. brutal.
It's pistol.
Here, hold on. Here, tell me where it is.
Yeah, so pistol and rending 3.
Rending is on that list. All the keyword stuff is on one of them. Oh, jeez. Rending. Rending 3, so that's turns it AP 3. Armor piercing 3.
Okay.
Which will. So he'll take 2 more. He's very battered as he's been struck by 2 bolt pistol rounds, struck by lightning, and shot with the shuriken, which is a monomolecular shuriken launched from the pistol.
He's a chaos spawn.
Yep. As you 2 are left.
You're up. You go.
Kill him.
Alright, I guess I can shoot him with my combat shotgun.
Okay. As you pull up and fire, you're on roll ballistic skill. Just put anyone run up and melee with them.
No, I can. Want me to? Do.
Are you a melee character?
No.
Why are you like
Kinda,
this?
you're
Why
hybrid.
are you like this?
That's
Wait, what?
me.
You're hybrid.
He's got an axe.
You got a good
I got a maul.
a shock maul.
An arc maul.
I am not getting close to this man.
So, I can.
I recognize COVID when I see it.
Well, there's 6 right there.
3 6.
This man has Nurgle's COVID. It's a much worse variant.
Oh, your wrath is a 1? Okay. So, just complications when you roll a 1 on your wrath is supposed to be like a narrative thing. Doesn't have to be bad. So if you come up with what your complication is in yourself by yourself and you want to say that's what it is, just bring it up and we'll talk. That is enough. You should be able to shift. You can shift one of those for extra damage if you want.
Okay.
And then we'll say the complication is you walked right up and just put it and then fire
You
if you
are
want.
right there.
Okay.
What's the damage on it?
9.
9. And then roll the extra damage one. We're looking for icons.
It's a 3.
Unfortunately, what keywords does the shotgun have?
Parry.
No, my shotgun.
Oh, assault, rapid fire, 1, and spread.
Okay, so assault you can fire when you sprint. Rapid fire.
Yes. With a 1 next to it in parentheses.
What short range, which would say you are, you get another extra damage dice. What was the rapid fire value?
1.
1. Okay, so you get 1 more extra damage dice that you can roll for more damage. And what was the last one?
Spread.
Spread. Spread, so in the future you can hit more stuff, and when you're firing into a mob, you can get more bonus stuff.
That's good.
So that's 2, so that is enough to actually finish him off.
Nice.
As you walk up,
Hey.
boom, boom, boom,
Execution.
Wonderful.
throwing his body back as the demon that got trapped inside of it expels out in a fiery blast.
Out of panic, with my pistol, like, I don't know what's happening. I just launched 2 shots into the dead body. How does that work?
Ballistic skill.
Gotcha.
Purge the chaos scum.
Watch as you fail to hit a dead body.
Rolls a 1 while overcharging a plasma gun and just kills
Anyone close, which I think we saw would be you two, and choose to try to dive out of the way of the explosion if you wish.
Please don't.
Please.
Yes, please.
Okay.
If we wish. Because
Please.
So you'll make an initiative attribute test.
so INT? Initiative? What?
Initiative.
Casper.
She's insight, intimidation, investigation are the 3
It'd
eyes
be
I see.
attribute, so it would be INT probably.
Okay,
Or intelligence. Might just be I.
okay, cool. Either way, they're both a 3. Moving on.
Same.
Okay. Just roll 3 dice.
Casper. Come here. Good boy.
I
2
got
5s.
I want
Okay.
to kill.
This will increase your resilience for
I
this.
assume that wasn't the main boss.
no.
We're just getting started.
1 6.
There's multiple
So you
combat
both
things.
came out to the.
Same total.
Yep. What's your guys' resilience?
10.
Casper.
7.
Okay.
Casper.
Your armors managed to take the blast of it. You don't take any wounds.
Casper.
Yeah, you don't take any. Managed to not take any wounds from this warp explosion as the demon burst from the body back to the warp.
Cool. So I assume the guy's dead. Very, very
Yeah,
dead.
he is dead.
I rolled a 6 and a 7 for my 2 shots.
As he gets 2 more shots put into his dead body.
I'm just gonna very gently push the gun down.
Almost lost my cool.
After this, we will be taking a break real quick, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Last we left off, you guys just finished off taking out Morstan Strife, or Morstan Fife, who had been possessed.
Love that.
Shame.
There are other portals, right?
There's only the one that opened up here.
Okay, cool.
Captain Galba does,
The one that opened.
after you guys take out Morstan, does emerge from the behind the chandelier because you guys are on the ceiling, and calms his guests, and then waves over you, the agents, you guys, and it's you there. You are handpicked agents of Veronius, no? Sort this out. Morstan is Morrison is unavailable. So the duty falls to you. That he goes over and he's just pacing back and forth, trying to figure out what's wrong. But you get the sense that while he is captain of the ship, he's not very competent.
Great! Love this.
Of course.
He seems like the smartest man alive to me.
As all of
So the
you-
first action is
You have
kill
an
him.
intelligence score.
I'm role playing.
Who's the person that went over the speaker where we'll be able to locate them?
You want to find the speaker? You can walk over to the box and pick it up.
I'm smart, not smart. Just
Ask him. Pick it up. He greets you. He's like, I'm Lieutenant Kalasar, the flight officer. What are you trying to ask him?
Routes to fix this. I will admit I don't understand exactly what's happening here as a person. Not that my person probably knows.
Oh, ask a question.
Okay, cool. How do we fix this?
The Geller field is fluctuating. That's what keeps reality in place while we're traveling through the warp. No, as a psyker, you would know about the warp and all this, why Geller field's needed.
Basically, we'll all end up like he did, gesturing to the pile of gore, if we don't get that Gower field fixed.
Metal Man, you're with me.
What am I doing?
We're fixing something.
Okay.
Kalasar does mention
He
there
gotta
are
go
voices
and
on
down
the
with the
on the box. I can't make out much of what they're saying, but I do recognize, or I can make out one name. Foster On.
Is this one of the people we met?
No. You can roll. Let's go scholar check if you want.
Hi. There it is, 5. Okay. Do I add anything to that?
Intelligence. And he does also mention that the astropaths and navigators, who are 2 essential psychers that are tolerated, are unconscious.
Do they look like they were hit by a person or unconscious because of all the flippy flopping we've been doing?
He's guessing because of the shock of entering the warp scheduled.
Are we still on the ceiling?
Yes.
Yes.
Sick.
Oh, frick. Okay, that's exciting. Let's see here.
Can I have gone with them, or is it?
You're all together, so
Okay.
this is all.
We haven't left
What
yet.
are you guys doing?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Let's do this.
I got
Still here.
1 6 and then 5 other successes, but my wrath dice was a 1.
Okay, so to hear that, to you, with the success of this, you recognize this as probably a religious figure, just with the context of it being chanted over the box.
Mm-hmm.
But you aren't quite certain, and you can't quite hear it through the box.
Mm.
But you do recognize that as probably a religious figure, but you don't recognize who this figure would be.
Can you tell where the sound is coming from? Which system, which room?
It's just streaming all the way through, everywhere, all the boxes.
Where do we need to go to fix the
The
thing?
Geller field is fluctuating. We need to make sure that is repaired or not fluctuating to maintain the sanity of everyone on board.
Cool. I'm going there. Instructions, please. Directions.
Captain Galvez, going to the Geller field. Okay. He makes sure you all have vox beads, which basically small little beads that you can talk through.
Radios.
Yeah, basically radios. Yeah, walkie-talkies. For all of you to keep in contact and for him to keep in contact with you, is that I can instruct you on your way, on the passage to the Geller field.
Very well.
You know
All
how
right,
to
let's
fix
get
this,
going.
yeah?
Let's do
I
this.
have tools. Let's go.
Alright.
I have a question.
Grabs him by his robo ear and starts dragging him.
Would I have any? Would I know if I have any targets inside of this ship that we're on?
No, you So you are here because you're trying to. You're going to be the representative with Jekyll Baronius of the craft world that you are from, to maintain peace between the Rogue Trader and the Eldari. But you do know the warp is something that your people deal with extensively. You do know the dangers of the warp can cause mutations, corrupt the soul, and in general a very dangerous thing.
Got it. No worries. Okay.
As we're walking, I guess I should specify. I'd like to step aside with our future Space Marine recruit or our scout here, make sure that my box is off,
Okay.
and ask you to turn yours off so that nobody overhears our conversation.
That's scary. Terrifying.
And I am going to ask you, do you think that, because it was mentioned that we entered the warp unscheduled, do you think this could be some kind of a deliberate act
By Veronius?
by whoever ordered it? Or caused us to jump into the warp?
How would they have known that we would be here?
Well, I don't know if they were necessarily accounting for us being here. I think the point is that they were trying to potentially sacrifice everyone on the ship to the warp.
Perhaps.
My personal running theory so far is that there's someone on here who has been tainted or has become a heretic and is now trying to feed us to the powers. Because before that portal opened up, I noticed I encountered someone who looked a bit sickly and made me feel sick and nauseous just looking at them. And I'm wondering if it could be connected.
It may be. What if it's something more simple than just simple sacrifice?
That's what I'm worried about. There are books on here that are banned by the wider Imperium that deal with rituals and the warp that should not be on here, but against my warning, were added to the library, and I wonder if the person who did that could be our culprit. Maybe he is planning some kind of warp ritual.
You do remember the archivist's name is Aretino Caldo.
Yeah, Aretino Caldo, the archivist. I have theories that he could potentially be involved in, shall we say, heretical shenanigans with the warp.
I didn't catch that. I was looking at
Heretical shenanigans.
So that is my current running theory, is that the archivist could be involved in some way. Why else would he want to save those books? After I explicitly told him what they were and why we shouldn't keep them.
I'm wondering if I should ask you a question.
Ask questions. Yeah.
Let me ask you a
All
question.
of you ask questions. Come on.
Do you trust this Veronius?
Only about as far as I could psychically throw him,
How
which
far
is not
it?
far at all. I don't have the ability to do that.
You would both know Jack Veronius is one of the only hopes for this system. He is the most powerful force in the system that might be able to help it.
Right.
And that is the problem with that, is until we can resolve and figure out who's doing this, I'm still not going to count on the possibility that he is involved. Because with
Alright.
great power and authority comes great temptation.
Indeed.
And great
If we fought,
Sorry.
That's an old movie on old Earth, 1,000 years ago, a couple millennia ago. Actually.
you just bump into the conversation. It's like that was a great movie.
Why does he know what that is?
Sorry.
Found an STC.
So
it's just a
should we,
tape of it.
when we find who it is, we should interrogate him and determine,
Definitely.
and then kill him.
Oh, well, yeah, that part's a given.
as you look over at Captain Gallo. Someone has to fix this. Just pacing.
Well, we won't find him just standing.
Metal.
You need some oil there.
Nah, that's my feet in the ground.
Nah, I'm good.
Maybe don't walk in front. She's just gonna pull you over to her side a little bit.
Well,
Keep you alive for now.
for now, I suggest we keep our eyes and ears open, and
Do you trust any of them?
I think that trust will come as we go. But that just to be safe, each of us individually in this group should all keep a wary eye on each other.
Would Alotha know where the library is?
No, not off the top of her head.
Would it? Does anyone here know where the library is?
Captain Galbo would be able to direct you to wherever you need to be. So, as you guys are gearing up to head towards the Gellerfield, Lord Radovar Meldrake will catch Lachlan's eye and try to gesture Desi's character over. Do you approach Melder or you just ignore his summons?
I'm gonna ignore.
Okay.
Nerd.
Rejected.
You forget you could die here. You can. And we don't have a lot of health. I'm used to having like 40 plus health.
As you just ignore him, he's looking at his like fine tree. He just walks up the tree and just like, my steward, Johan, is also aboard this forsaken vessel.
Johan?
Johan.
Johan! Sorry, that name sounded familiar for a second. Continue.
What did Johan do? Put two bags of holding inside of each other and got launched to the astral plane?
He has a case of cargo of some personal value to me. I will reward you handsomely if you bring me that case. And I would be quite happy if my steward survived too, I suppose. What say you?
I suppose.
Where?
I
Help
will-
us suppose.
Will you help me get him back? Get this case back?
As long as it doesn't interrupt me going to get. I was going to fix things, then yeah, sure. Yeah, all in. All in, buckaroo.
Fine. He hands you a data slate that's key to a tracker to the case.
Sorry, what is it?
A tracker. It's a data, basically a tablet that's got a tracker to point you in the right direction.
Oh, they got angry burbs on here. Sorry, yeah, well, yeah, all for it. I tuck it away. And
Thank you.
okay, sorry.
Thought I
You do notice
deleted
it
that.
points toward the arena, past the Macarian Banco Hall, which is not cool.
Okay. Are we for the?
I mean, I kind of tried to drag you away, so it is depending on what you do now that will determine my character's reaction.
Cogs on my head just start like spinning.
A literal loading wheel.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's go. And I look at you to say, okay, let's go. And I start like looking at the tracking thing and start following the tracker.
It's just
Sir, is that the only person you're looking for? Is the one
It's a
assistant?
space robot cowboy.
I really don't care about him. I just want the case. If he survives, I'd gladly be in your debt, but the case is what I want.
Dang.
Oh,
If you
man.
would
So
be
I'm gonna
sticking
open the
with
case.
the captain
Tell me
during
you're a
this
sociopath.
stressful time, I would be considering the debt.
No, I won't
Okay.
leave in this room until whatever issue is resolved.
Where did the opera person go right before this?
To the opera.
And what a great!
That's where she went.
The voice that I heard, would I have heard the voice over the intercom as well? That this person was who I was speaking to
Foster
earlier?
home.
Yep.
Yes.
But I have heard that as well. Was it a male or a female voice?
Lieutenant Kalasar is male.
The chanting. I should
Oh, the
specify.
chanting?
Did I hear the chanting?
There's various voices.
Male,
Voices
female,
chanting that.
Strictly male or female?
No,
Okay.
it's
It's
just
a choir.
priests.
male,
Yeah, it's
female,
the
other.
priests chanting, singing his praise. As you all are starting to head out the door, the Vox on the ruined remains of Fife's belt crackles. The other end is Emsley Bardot, and she and her team of armsmen are pinned down in the Macarian banquet hall, pressing for help.
They're in a different direction, aren't they?
The banquet hall is close, and Galba does say your route should pass through that either way.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
as the agents plunge into the depths of the Herald Veronius, they hear the sound of the great banquet hall's double doors closing behind them, followed by a screech of tables being dragged to bar re-entry.
Great.
And Captain Galba over the boxes very much, don't return until you've got it fixed or you have an incredible explanation of what's happening.
Was that to me or was that to
All of you.
Theo?
Wow.
Alright, so everyone for killing Captain Gold.
So,
Consider it.
as you guys
considering.
make your way towards the Gellerfield Sanctum, you will pass through the Macarian Banquet Hall.
I would like
Yes.
to assist people. What say ye?
This is where people are getting attacked or something like that. Something's happening.
Security is being attacked.
I have 2 quests,
Neither do
and neither of them are
Trying
helping
to figure
people.
out who's
So
you got a really high bid. Okay. You would have passed the steps properly then.
I mean, I haven't really rolled low much recently. I did get a 1 on something
Yeah.
though.
Right. that
You told me he
that.
was a religious person.
Yes. You have heard with your religious,
I know.
talking with your canoness, you have heard the name Nurgle, in reference to a being in the warp that's tied to disease, rot, decay, and that kind of thing.
I associate said person
You
with this
associate
miracle.
with Fosteron. Yeah, with Nurgle.
And I'm sorry, why do I know who Fosteron is?
That's the voice that was chanting through the box.
As you do.
Okay. I'd like to turn to the Psyker, because I assume you know about this bullcrap. Is his name Nurgle ring a bell?
Yes, unfortunately. I have my suspicions that he is behind it, considering all of the disgusting vomit, grossness, and or sludge/pus, which is very much from his nature and realm.
Sorry, give me a second to process what just.
Basically, everything's gross with him, and yes,
Great.
so it very much seems like this is coming from Nurgle. Ours is horrible filth of a following call him grandfather.
Heretics.
I do believe he is probably behind this, and I have a running theory that someone on the ship might be responsible for this act.
Do you have any idea who?
Just that I saw a sickly man who, just by looking at it, made me feel nauseous and like I was going to pass out. And that the archivist could be potentially in on it because the archivist, against my better judgment and my recommendation, decided to keep a bunch of books that have to do with warp rituals and forbidden things in the Imperium in the archive. Though I told him to burn them, and I did attempt to draw that pistol and put it between his eyes.
Okay. In this instance, I say we deal with the pressing matter of the security being murdered, so that we can pick up some extra people, and then we maybe discuss whether or not we want to go straight to the source or investigate for this unearthly tether.
Well, the other question I have is if this is truly Nurgle, there should be other signs of corruption
Salvo
at hand. Has anyone seen any kind of corruption or corrosion happening about the ship?
Sorry, say what again?
but that cost 1.
Has anyone seen any signs of corruption and corrosion around the ship since getting on?
Not to my knowledge.
Should we roll?
You're
the one that
would know!
You literally already walked by corroded pipes. That's why I said that.
I'm saying,
You're the one who already did. You're the only other one I knew.
We're trying to actively
You're the only one I knew.
Sorry. Try not to metagame, but okay.
This was the one time too.
Sorry, my bad.
This is your only job.
we have a second Calvin in a different game.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I wasn't trying to play it like this when I was out setting.
It's fine.
I know half of me wants to
Can we make
just hide the information, half of me doesn't.
Flip a coin.
why?
Heads, you tell us the information.
Hold on.
You're doing really well
I
here.
know, I was trying to. I tell you.
Okay, great.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Well, now that you mention it, I was hiking through the place the other time, and I saw a guy, and there was these pipes, and it looked kind of messy, but I was doing something, and so I didn't really care for it at the time.
Roll a tech test.
What? What nonsense is he speaking? He's got an accent.
That's what I was thinking of Texas.
Texas real bad.
He's from the southern sections of Mars.
Clearly.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know what this voice is. I just picked it. 5.
5. You would have remembered that this was pipes heading towards the Geller field.
These are pipes heading towards the Gellerfield area.
You wouldn't know what the Geller field is.
I wouldn't, or
You
would?
would.
Okay.
It's the Geller field projects what is known as the Geller field that reasserts reality into the warp. So
It insulates you from hell.
basically,
These was pipes heading near the Gellerfield area.
Okay.
The thing that's
So-
broken.
Is that the thing that's broken? Oh my goodness! I really should check on that.
So, from what I've understood,
I'm going to die.
people not taking care of the Gallerfield or potentially allowing the corruption to spread along these pipes to the Gallerfield from whoever potentially started it or caused it to get on board is what is causing our current situation.
I make a look around the room to see if I recognize anyone who would be the person that I saw.
so you guys have already left the banquet.
Oh, we already.
Okay.
Okay.
But you didn't see any tech priests at the banquet when you were there.
But you're going to some tech priests.
Okay.
So
Aren't you
people
going?
are dying.
Isn't he
Are we
going
gonna
to
fix
tech
that
priests?
first, or we want to fix this
He's
first?
going to tech priests, right?
No,
Oh.
he was
I'm
given a
misremembering.
tracker to find a case that Lord Radovar wants.
So I 100% believe that in this situation we should definitely open the case and see it ourselves.
At this point, you guys do.
What have I blows up?
Well,
You're
what if it's
turning the
heretical
corner
material
towards
and he's trying to get us to
Bank Hall,
transport
and
it to
you
him?
see the signs of battle in this corner. You guys want to proceed stealthily or just start driving?
Oh my gosh! It looks like someone was
Stealth and a half, baby.
Stealthily.
stabbed like 6 feet up the wall. Why is there blood up there? Oh my gosh!
Well, if you look at the roof, there's gore from a guy who's stuck up there because he unfortunately landed on the chandelier when the world.
There's literally a body on the chandelier.
Is stealth S?
There's 2.
Stealth.
No.
Stealth.
Is a skill, and then you use the
It's in your
ability.
skill.
It's in the right middle, right below Skylar.
Yeah.
Simon,
I am not
make that
stealthy.
stealth.
7, 8, 9,
Darling.
10, 11,
Drop so many dice this time.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, that might succeed.
Maybe.
That's just enough.
Okay.
How many do we need?
At least 3.
Okay.
Hey!
I have succeeded then.
Failure. And a critical one at that.
Oh!
Okay.
I got
Takes
a
us
total
to
of 4
4.
with 1 6.
Okay. And you roll.
I've got 5.
I got 3.
Hey, just barely.
You know, I'm making a lot of metal noises.
I'm tiptoeing. But keep.
Simon.
So you got a
I got a 6 on the
4 or 5. That doesn't.
that
The
one.
icons is what matters.
He got
be a 5.
3 6s.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you got it.
So the answer is absolutely
So
successful.
the only Honoria makes sense. You're the only one in power armor. So
You have power armor?
yeah, this is just
She's
about
not with gun, man.
She's a gun with a gun.
None with guns!
None with a gun. A space gun with a gun.
Okay. So as you guys turn into the banquet hall, the furniture of the Macarian banquet hall has been gathered into makeshift barricade, behind which Emsley Bardot tries to calm her cadre of armsmen as they fire in fear, wasting their ammo. The targets at first glance look like menial crew, but their uniforms are tattered, showing pulsating boils that surge from their rotting skin. One of the mutated crew members freezes in place, pus dripping from their ears and eyes as their form begins to swell. Coruscating light and acidic discharge burst from their boils as tentacles and horns sprout from their body.
Note to self, don't do that.
So I think we can confirm that it's Nurgle.
Indeed.
But just in case, let me watch another zip pop. Yes, that man just grew
Okay.
wings.
So
Nurgle.
stealth
Huh.
didn't pass, so you guys won't be in ambush. So initiative.
Initiative! Here, we gotta roll again.
Yeah, so one of you guys goes first. This is all your choice.
Okay. Who?
As you see, there's 6 cultists, and then there's another seemingly possessed one.
How close do I have to get to
Probably a good
slash
idea
these people?
if I go first because I
Go ahead.
have.
You have a sniper?
You are adept at exploiting any form of concealment. Wait, no, hold on. I have Eliminator.
Yeah, read it out.
That'd be good.
You strike from the shadows using an element of surprise. When you attack an enemy that is unaware of you, the attack has plus 3 ED.
So that's extra damage dice.
Yeah.
So,
So-
when you hit, you'll do a lot.
Yeah. So I think it would be a good idea if I just.
Yeah, go first.
I think definitely take that shot at possessed mortal. Who looks like a possessed mortal.
Your sniper also has the silent keyword as well, just remember.
Yes.
I think yours does too.
Yes, I have the silent kill and then. Yeah. And.
So yeah, you're gonna make a strike at who? With your sniper, I presume?
I roll 12 die.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
with your sniper?
Rolls 20 with the ring. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's meters, so it's... The ranges are on weapon stuff, is for like squares. It's
But we're not-
each meter is what it is for this one.
Like a square is like.
Where it's like in D&D, it's every 5 feet is a square.
Yeah.
And this one, I'm pretty sure it's a meter. I'd have to double check.
Okay, so each square is a meter in this.
Yeah, pretty sure.
But we don't have a square.
You're
That's
all
for
in that.
Google Maps.
Instead of being 5 foot wide, you're all only
18.
3.
So I rolled 3 6s, 4 5s, and a 4.
So total?
Total 2,
6s or
4,
2s?
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, and you're going into the Possessed Immortal or
Sure,
the...
yeah, the possessed immortal guy.
Okay. That will hit. Damage?
3. So I have 10 base, but then I roll 3 extra
Yes.
and 1 pass. 2 pass. 4 and a 5.
What's the keywords on your sniper?
Keywords are pistol and
you're
Sniper's
using a
just
pistol?
sniper 4.
sniper 4. Yeah.
It's just sniper 4.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Target dies instantaneously.
So I roll a
So-
5 and a 4.
One thing with the sniper is you can take the aim action. Where's the... That one, I think.
I tried, I'm so sorry. I tried.
failure.
It's not this one.
It's cool. It's either that one or the last one.
Oh, wait, it's right here.
So one of the 3.
So yeah, you can sacrifice your move to gain either +1 dice on ranged attack or fire into melee without risk. And with snipers, if you do that, so you don't move and you just fire, you get more damage and more waste hit. Do you want to do that?
Sure.
Say yes.
I just rolled.
So sniper 4. 4 more extra damage dice.
Judas Priest.
Throw hands.
Dude's gonna head explode. Yay!
Very possible.
2 3s, 2 4s.
I can just call it out.
Any armor pierce?
There is. Well, it's sniper 4.
Yeah.
So I think that is.
Is there any AP?
No.
Okay. So 10 goes away. How many icons for the extra damage dice?
It was 5 is just 1, right?
Yes.
So 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 4.
Okay. Does
14 damage.
He's got the resilience that cuts it down. He does take a lot. He's almost dead, but then it's up to them because you guys didn't
Oh,
ambush.
is it their turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna use a glory.
True, you guys could. It's up to you guys.
I mean, we have 6 of them.
Okay.
Do we
If
use
I so hear me out. If we interrupt it and I use my smite on the mortal, because I do mortal wounds, I could potentially just outright ignore his armor and kill him without him being able to do something. And then
I'm unopposed.
am trigger happy, so I want to go, but I'm okay for killing him, and I can just shoot the dead
Okay.
body again.
Well, there's still 6 other cultists.
yeah, there's still 6 other people. I'm just
There's
talking
plenty of-
potentially
yeah,
trying to
there's
kill the
plenty
biggest
of
guy before he
people
can
that
get a
go
turn.
around.
Right, I will do that.
As Alatha pops out of the shadows and shoots, taking off.
Smite!
And look at
Oh
How many times?
Uh-oh.
It's the Homer meme, but in reverse. You just come out of the walls.
So,
no! Okay,
Homer Simpson.
so
Is that a 1 on the raft die?
yes, it's a 1 on the raft die, but 7 otherwise.
It's
So
a
that is
success,
a
But there's a peril in
peril
the
of the warp. Yeah.
Okay, roll a d6.
Okay. I roll a d6, but I do have a talent to be able to re-roll it if it's not good. That's a 6.
Well, this is for peril.
Yeah, I got a
Okay.
6 for it.
False face. Every ranged attack made until the striker's next turn has a chance to hit the wrong target.
Wow.
As all vision is insidiously influenced by the warp. If a ranged attacker rolls a wrath complication, randomly determine who becomes the target for that attack.
Okay.
That goes all the way until your next turn.
Okay.
But you still get smite off.
Yeah, I do get smite off.
Yep. Nothing says peril just doesn't continue. So,
And then I did not get 3 6s, so I don't have shifts. So it's just a normal d3, I think.
okay. Roll for that then.
2 damage. 2 mortal wounds.
As the lightning strikes him, this new possessed mortal, he's still standing.
Nice.
He's still resilient.
I'm trigger happy, so is that your turn? Oh no, you still got it.
That's his turn, and then
Oh,
unless
right.
you guys spend another glory.
Yeah, right.
Well, that is my action.
You're right. You still have your other.
Yeah, I am going to
We'll get
real quick. Let me find the parts of an action.
You'll have a chance. You'll have your chance.
I left my gun as just a magazine. Give me that one.
Yeah.
I'm ready to throw things.
Okay.
Ready to throw bullets.
That's all I've got for right now.
Okay. Their turn. You ready?
Roll your dice.
As I'm going to actually go with the. There. The mob of cultists. They're going to surge forward towards. Who would have been towards the front of your little party?
Probably.
Well, actually,
Probably
probably
me.
me, because I was
Oh,
following
yeah,
the thing.
you were.
I was gonna say,
Kinda
I'm
leading.
walking towards something with him, so maybe both of us at the
Probably
front.
both of us.
Okay.
Probably both of us. Yeah, that's fine.
In that case, the mob of cultists are going to charge forward to you two. They're going to split their attacks between you.
It's a chance.
I cast. No.
Wait, hold up, that thing's way too close.
Going to split it 3 and 3. So,
Woman, you're way too close. Pepper spray. Woman, you're way too
Freaking love that video.
Thinking you three are not on the same side.
What do you
Because
mean?
then that side would
We
be
should
in
do
chaos.
Why?
chaos, only chaotic, neutral alignment, one
Okay.
shot.
Only do one shot
they
at all.
charge forward, and this one's going against you on order.
Villains trying to take
That's
over
6.
Away.
and the hero.
No,
I have-
sorry, 4
And we're just
against your defense.
Okay, well I have a difference of 2.
So that will hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then that will be
evil.
5 damage going through to you.
I have a resilience of 10.
So you take no damage. And then the other ones are going to you. That's a critical hit.
Oh no!
Man. I need to keep you alive.
I
Does
was,
a 4
I was playing Angry Burbs.
Does a 4 beat your defense?
Defense. Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
that
it
will. You'll take 7 plus the critical hit. What's your defense or your armor?
4. My armor is.
Or your resilience?
Oh, my total resilience?
Yes, sorry.
9.
Okay, so you won't take any damage. It all goes right off your armor. But the critical hit. 5. The mob of cultists will be able to parry any retaliatory strikes from you two.
So I can't. I can shoot them, but it doesn't do anything.
They just have more defense.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the threat's turn.
Parry.
One more of you guys. Who wants to go next?
I'll do it. I will.
This line is all. I'll do it.
I'll do
You
it.
can be next.
I'm fine.
If you want
Okay.
to, you can be next. You can do it now.
Hit him with the chainsword.
Yeah!
I'm doing scritches. Somebody else go. Scritches are priority.
That is true. He understands.
Benny,
He's just out.
Knocked out mascot.
No.
Lachlan.
Yes, I'm going. I'm gonna. I'm gonna stab him in the face or something.
Shove a sword.
You can
Are they
charge
close
up.
to me?
Huh?
Are they? I guess.
Yeah, you can. They're in range of you to charge up to.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Which one, the cultist mob or the possessed mortal?
We have mini boss and servants of boss.
I didn't kill him. I hurt him more, but he didn't.
He's
die.
almost dead. He is.
I'll
He's
kill him.
torn to pieces. but
I'll
he's
I'll
still
go
up.
I'll go for him
What
and
did you do?
Some
make
say
make
it's
his
disgusting
make his
disease.
cultists demoralized.
Okay.
Demoralized. All right, so
Forward.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
What are you striking with?
My chainsword,
What are the keywords on it so I can.
brutal and parry.
Okay.
Brutal and cunning.
Yeah, brutal is the extra damage on it, correct?
Yeah, it's brutal and cunning. Not to be
No,
confused.
kind of in brutal.
You're right.
Not to be confused.
And
He's a Gorgor.
as long as you're wielding your chainsword, you have plus
I
one.
don't know.
Huh?
As long as you're wielding your chainsword, you have 1 more defense.
Gorf the magical frog.
Oh, that's great.
So, strike.
Baby!
Tibbles.
I did very okay.
Tibber.
On the rat.
It was a 6, you
He
little.
got a 5.
It was a 6.
He got a 5.
It was a 6, you filthy pirate.
What's your total?
So it was a 2, 4,
Having fun over there, son.
6,
Role
8.
play. Role play.
Oh, the mascot's away.
It was 10
Yeah,
plus.
that'll hit.
Yeah.
And then
So you cast
it's a crit. You've got the crit table on that. The other. Yep. Crit table's top right, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so do I roll a d6 to like see it?
Yes.
So 4.
And don't forget you can shift for extra damage dice and all that stuff.
Yeah, I got it.
As you needed a 3. So.
Yeah, I had 2 d6s.
Yeah, so he's getting them both to.
Yes, to damage. Okay. It was a 4, so it's bleeding. So the target takes -1 resilience until the end of their next turn.
Okay, so it's easier to hit.
Yes, sir.
Or easier to damage. And then all your damage.
My damage. So
Oh, and crits, you can spend a glory to make it even better. That's what the glory part
Okay.
is.
it might be fine because it's a. My base damage is 9 plus the 2 6s that I moved over.
So you roll them again. for
Roll them
damage. And it's only icons, so.
That would be. So it's 11 total damage. Because it's 2 5s.
Oh, 2 5s? Oh, and it's brutal.
And it's brutal. So I roll
So-
another one?
No, brutal is depending on the results. So you said they're 2 5s?
Yes.
So each of those 5s is another 2 damage on top.
Wow! So that's actually like a 13.
Yeah, that's enough to finish him off.
Hey.
You are right there, so as the demon jumps from its body, he's back to the warp, his body will explode. Do you want to try to duck away from that?
I
or-
will attempt to duck.
Okay.
These guys explode every
What?
time they die. Note yourself.
What is
No,
my.
they don't.
I'll
test
roll
that
an
theory.
initiative attribute test.
An initiative?
Yes. So it's the I attribute.
Oh. So 4. Whatever.
And then each icon there will increase your resilience until this explosion is over.
Oh gosh.
Pray to the wrong god right there.
Oh man. It was a 2. And then the
Any
wrath was
icons?
Should have had more faith in the Emperor.
just 1, and it was a
Icon.
6.
Okay, so 2
2.
more resilience.
Okay, and then I had a 1 to my wrath.
See, as you are diving out of the way, your toe catches on some stray rubble and you go splat to the ground. Okay, so damage. 10. What's your resilience?
My resilience. And I have a +1 because I'm wielding the chainsword, or does that only count when they're
That's for
attacking?
defense.
Okay. My total resilience is a 9. Base is a 5.
Plus what you rolled with the diving out of the way.
Yes.
You said you rolled 2 5s, right?
It was just a 1 6.
Okay, so that would be 2.
2.
So you would have 11 resilience.
Yes.
You are so lucky.
Hey.
Explosion of dealing 10 damage, so your armor absorbs it.
Hey.
That's your turn. Back
The
to
only
the
thing that was
threats.
hurt was my
The
ego.
mob's already went. He's dead now, so he can't go. One of you goes again.
Chainsaw sword.
Oh my gosh, he's sitting like a good
Okay.
boy.
And I
Don't
add
give
1
him
to
a
that.
thing.
So it's
He's trying to get my sandwich.
initiative.
No puppy.
I on your attributes plus your or weapons.
Thank you. I think I rolled 10.
First thing that you're just.
6, 7, 8, 9.
The little tongue. That
Yeah, he was just doing the like little bluff.
yeah.
Little
Woo!
Which one?
I'll tell you about it.
Plastic bag.
We'll tell you about it.
It's delicious. Could use that.
Okay, I got 5 5s. So 5 successes. That's a lie.
5
But,
icons. That will get you some hits.
okay. Sorry, 7 icons.
7
And then I have one of those being a 6 for my wrath dice.
A 6 on your right. Another critical hit. Oh, I forgot. You guys got that. I saw that coming. I was like, oh no.
Hello.
So you
Run the
do
check.
manage to crit, so you can grab the crit table and roll on the crit.
Twice now.
Thank you.
And you have your choice of if you want to shift d6 to extra damage if you want.
Casper.
I got disarmed. The character loses the use of a weapon or perhaps an entire limb.
These are basic cultists. Yeah, you charge right on.
Anyways,
Nice.
and I will.
Okay, so damage.
Literal
Extra
disarmament.
I will
Extra
do-
damage.
So I roll another one of
And
these.
it's chainsword, so it's brutal. So whatever the extra damage does,
If he was
more.
if he was born in God's
Two?
image, he would not have deserved
That
it.
doesn't.
Anything. Wonderful.
But
Unfortunately.
paid for soap that.
So damage of your sword. You do manage to strike most
10.
of these cultists. 10. You do manage to take out 2 of the 6 cultists. Swing through and take off the arm of another one.
Perfect.
And then it's up to you two, Lachlan and Treve. Kyan and Desi on who goes next.
Me.
You rub it
Sorry.
on me? No. You rub it on my suit.
And so it's just such a cool
So what?
weapon.
How many are left?
There's 4 cultists left, one of them is missing an arm.
I look at the one that's missing an arm. I point at it and just start laughing as I load my gun. I'm gonna whip it out. I fire 2 shots again.
Jeez. Firing 2
Who
shots.
loses an arm?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was fine. It was one shot do it.
Much is
One shot do it.
Well, fire 2. You have your choice. You can either do a multi-attack, where it's
We'll just do one. I'll just do one.
attack more than one target. It's
Tonight.
one target technically, so yeah, just the one.
Alright. So 4.
I mean, you also could salvo. What's the salvo on your gun?
What's the one?
Yeah, so okay.
Okay.
Look more into it.
I got all 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. That is enough to hit,
Ooh.
and this will let you hit 2 of them because you got more than your defense.
Okay. And so
Damage
11.
11.
11.
Just straight 11.
Yeah.
What's the keyword on the pistol?
Pistol blast 3 meta.
Blast.
Or melta. Sorry, not meta.
Phosphorus and melta. Okay.
Oh, phosphorus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So melta, when you roll extra damage dice for a melta weapon fired at short range, you do a lot more damage. And then blast. What
Blast
is it?
3.
Blast 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna whoop this kid's booty.
Kill him. Kill him, he deserves it. Don't worry, they're just people.
Don't worry, they're just
Okay.
robots.
Yeah, they're not like the people.
Got it. So damage again.
11.
That does manage to take out 3 more. There's only 1 left standing.
Nice.
And as my
Turn for the god.
last action,
Turn from the god emperor's light.
as my
lose
last
your
action, I just start laughing, just at the dead things that are now there.
Is that good for me now?
Yep.
Alright.
They deserved it.
Get to shoot the last person.
Do it.
Shot.
Kill him, honey.
You two can't sit next to each other.
Oh my gosh. I love playing different characters.
Turn from the god emperor's light. Lose thy human right.
Well, he's technically not human anymore.
Technically.
I'm only
I'm only a calculator.
You're only like 5% human.
Right.
You're mostly machine.
I'm mostly dead.
Then let's feed the machine.
Human, right.
Be the machine.
You only get that if you are
5
right.
is 1 success. 6 is a 2.
And in your case, you're not.
You're
3
not.
successes.
So,
That is enough.
bang.
Bang.
And then
Whoa!
Nice.
9. That's enough. just boom,
Not question.
take out this last
It was on
cultist.
purpose.
Yay!
Yeah.
We did it.
It was no
We did it,
question. I
friends.
was answering.
As you guys manage to take out these assault party, you start walking up to this barricade, and the armsmen there are still panicking, and they start raising their guns. Does someone want to make a leadership test to calm them down?
I step up.
Leadership. Oh.
I would recommend we have the future angel or the sister of battle do it.
Should we compare
Compare.
points?
Well,
I have a
I
three.
guess I can roll. I'll roll 10 dice.
I have a
Towards
3.
I have 8.
I step up and start talking.
Okay,
So
mine is
stop.
10 then, so I actually would be.
He's
better.
got it to stop him.
You would be able to do it.
I got a
Oh,
4
7.
total. Someone stop me.
All right,
Oh my gosh.
I'll try it.
I step up.
No.
I'm like,
This is.
How
6.
short your back?
6? Yeah, that's enough.
Just.
you got
Guys,
it. Totes.
what do you calm them down?
I'll just raise my hand and go. Whoa, whoa! The servants of the Emperor here. We've got a future angel and we got a sister of battle. We're good.
Hello.
We just defeated a bunch of cultists.
More or
We're
less.
just here to help.
And a metal man.
They're slowly
I'm assuming
bringing
the god-
down their weapons. Okay. Emsley Bardot, who is from your flashback, does recognize you as a
Oh, is this the lieutenant I helped out?
Yep.
Ah!
I'm not a space marine.
And-
I'm a space marine scout.
I said future.
Yeah, it's Emsley.
The thing is not
She looks like,
nearly.
oh, Sister Honoria.
Good to
Group.
see you're still alive.
Barely. We're making our way back to the actual banquet hall. We've got some resources if you need it. I presume you just came from there, seeing as the direction.
Yes.
Indeed.
Well,
What kind of resources do you have?
we've got a flat coat that someone can grab.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
bloodstained but whole. It'll add armor 3 instead. So someone who doesn't have
I'll take it. I have no armor.
2 medikits. A character with a medikit can make a
Zipping.
difficulty number 3 medicate test to restore a wound to a character.
I'll take one of those.
Okay. 1 ammo for every agent, so you'd replenish ammo, which we haven't really been keeping track of.
Wonderful.
And then
So
hands-free lumens that work like torches, so flashlights. Respirator that makes the wearer immune to airborne toxins and poisons for up to 2 hours. There's only 1 respirator. And then 3 doses of stim, a drug that immediately restores 1d3 plus 3 shock as part of a Medicaid test.
Nice.
The last part sounds nice as well. I'll take those. Thank you.
Wow.
What did you call them again?
3 doses of stim.
I'll take at least one of the. Are they torches or what do they call?
Yeah, there's enough for everyone to have the flashlights.
Okay.
And then there's the 1 respirator that makes the wearer immune to airborne toxins and poisons for up to 2 hours.
I don't need that because mom loves your metal.
Does anybody want the respirator? If not, I can just take it to hold on to it.
I could hold on to it.
Okay.
If we need it, we'll ask for it.
Well, I trust either of them.
As Bardot mentioned, we're going to head back. They do mention that the crew members that attacked them were unreasonable, or were impossible to reason with, and seemingly driven by a murder drive.
They didn't say anything very unintelligible, animalistic.
Not that we paid attention to. No
They-
point listening to the blasphemous lies of the heretics.
They didn't happen to shout out blood for the blood god, skull for the skull throne, did they?
No.
How many words did you just say there?
Before they do manage to start leaving this area, you guys do hear another horde of cultists coming down. A stench seeps into the banquet hall, rotting flesh oddly intermingled with machine oil. An armsman screams and snaps off a burst of lasgun fire as horrifying figures emerge from the passageway, leading
Why
from
are
the
these
food
people
stores.
a part of military action if they're going to scream and everything? Who
The massive
fetch?
putrescent
I'm here. I'm
cultist
screwed.
seems endless, crawling over one another like a tide of rot. A horde you cannot hope to defeat. Bardot and the armsmen look to you. What do you do?
I pull out my gun and aim. It's just like a cloud of stuff, right?
You can make an awareness test.
Fine.
He said it was a horde that we could not possibly hope to.
Fortunately, you roll well in times.
I know. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
See? You notice that some of these cultists coming in, they've got not just any plagues that you've seen on these other cultists, but they've also got wires and pieces of machinery that you assume they worked with wired into themselves and part of themselves now.
And it's just like a group of people.
A vast group that's way too many for you to deal with.
Like a ton of people. I pull out my gun
Okay.
and like aim. I like look at it and I turn around and walk the other direction.
I'm
briskly.
gonna turn to the man and ask, is there any way to seal this passageway?
No, sir. What do you want us to do? You've got your own mission.
I pat this person on the back. Human shield, and I push him.
I'm gonna grab him and say, make your way to the banquet hall and barricade it.
Very well, sir. As the troop armsmen take off down another passage that they know this passage as well. What do you guys do?
We run. I'm gonna take opposite direction.
I'm gone. I'm down the hall.
Okay.
We don't have explosives, otherwise I would say.
You guys do manage to get away from these, at which point, over your box speed, you hear, "You're clear of the banquet hall? Good. No, you should continue towards the Gellerfield generator and the ship's stern as quickly as possible. From where you are now, you can get there either through the Prestige Arena or the Grand Library. That seems best to you." Treve, your tracking device points towards the Prestige Arena as where the case is.
As I like kind of where we're going.
You got Crossroads.
I'm going
Oh,
to
I'm
sorry,
bring
not
a
where the
book to
library.
burn.
Library is where the weird books are.
Probably.
Arena is where your case is.
And Sominus, you feel a strong psychic surge coming from the library.
Okay.
I hate to interrupt at this moment, however, it is. Okay.
I'm running down the hall, and I look at my thing, Angry Birds. Oh, I will go to the thing. Oh, turn right. And I pull right, probably ahead of everyone, obviously. And I pull right, or whichever direction is in the way that my tracker's going.
I will remind me your name. There.
Marius.
Marius, my lord, there is a strong psychic beacon coming from the direction of the library. I think it might have to do with those books. There could potentially be a ritual that is causing a lot of this coming from there.
We should investigate.
I'm gone.
We could
down
split.
the hall.
We gotta keep him alive to fix things.
Can we spare time away from it?
I'm not sure
You and me.
how bad.
You and me are the only ones who got that.
I'm not sure how much time we could spare. We could split the team in two and check each area, with the caveat of you do not engage if you do not think it's something that you guys can deal with yourselves.
That will weaken our numbers.
Get the information, then come back.
Very well. We should equally divide our power, though.
Okay.
So
Following the
Machine
robot.
guys are gone.
YouTube short of that.
You, me, and I guess pick another person. Right.
Ow.
Us three will go to the library. You three will go after the case.
Splitting the party. Okay.
Yeah.
Living the party.
Choices.
Never
Choices.
do this, mate.
And as we split, though, with the caveat of if something goes wrong, return back.
You got
Here.
the box.
But we can
all
still
talk to each other.
communicate.
Yeah. Keep on the comms. Do not do anything stupid.
Who would turn off their comms? Jeez, what idiots.
Turns his off.
Yeah. Damn it, Argyle.
So as Treve, Alatha, and Honoria are heading towards the arena, and Somnus, Marius, and Lachlan are heading towards the library, that's where we're going to end off today.
Hey.
Thanks for watching. We'll...
Like and subscribe, hit that bell icon.
If you would like a part 2 and us to continue, please go ahead and drop a like. That helps us to know whether or not you like it. Please. If we hit 2 likes, we'll do a part 2.
Wow.